It's that time of year, from family gatherings around a warm fireplace to catching up over your favorite peppermint mocha. Together is the best place to be. This episode is sponsored by Starbucks.
I have to say, every time I drink a peppermint mocha around the holidays, it always reminds me of when my family, after Thanksgiving, the Friday after Thanksgiving, we always go downtown Savannah. We walk the little Riverside Market. There's always a Starbucks there. We wait in line. Yeah, you get your hot peppermint mocha. It's cold. You're cozy. You're with family. It's fun. It's one of my favorite traditions.
Delicioso. It tastes like Christmas.
It does. It's the most nostalgic feeling ever to it be chilly outside. You have a hot Starbucks holiday drink and you're with your family. There's nothing better.
Well, we love family time with a warm drink in our hands. Share the season with the peppermint mocha or caramel brulee latte from Starbucks. You don't have to let big wireless and overpriced phone bills suck the joy out of the holidays this year, because right now all Mint mobile plans are 50% off. You can get 3, 6, or 12 months of unlimited premium wireless for just $15 a month. It's their best deal of the year, and it makes it really easy for you to give your expensive wireless bill the Scrooge treatment. Mint Mobile's best deal of the year is happening right now. Get a 3, 6, or 12 month plan for $15 a month. All Mint Mobile plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network. You can bring your current phone and number over to Mint. No contracts, no nonsense. It's really incredible, the coverage that you get with Mint Mobile for the price that they are offering. It almost seems too good to be true, but it's not. Turn your expensive wireless present into a huge wireless savings future by switching to Mint. Shop Mint Unlimited plans at mintmobile.com/VIALL. That is mintmobile.com/VIALL. Limited time offer, upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 on 6 months, or $180 for 12 months. Plan required, $15 a month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 35 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. Capable devices required. Availability, speed, and coverage varies. See mintmobile.com. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another jam-packed episode of the Viall Files Reality Recap Edition. I am your host, Nick, joined by my patriotic...
What the fuck? What the fuck? God bless America.
Happy Thanksgiving.
My grateful wife, my grateful, supportive, compelling...
Patriotic is
she is
wrong
holidays.
She is grateful, or you are grateful for her.
No, I'm grateful. I guess
you're just grateful.
I don't know why patriotic came to mind, but America. Anyways, we have a deliciously jam-packed episode for you lined up today. Thanksgiving is upon us. It is Thanksgiving week. I hope everyone is joyful and with the people they want to be with, whoever those people are. And I hope that your week is about to get comfortable, relaxing. And if you want to be alone this Thanksgiving, I hope it's everything you hoped it would be. Well, we have a great episode lined up for you. The week's already getting started. As you guys know, it's a different week. So we had our Ask Nick episode yesterday. We have our great reality recap episode with some amazing guests. We have Leanne Morgan with us today.
Oh my gosh. And she is so funny. I've been begging to have her on for years, it feels like, and we finally got her, and she's everything I ever dreamed of.
It's a really fun interview. You're absolutely going to love it. We also have Charley Manley.
So nice. So sweet.
She's the new member of Southern Charm, which premiered last week. We'll get into a little bit of episode 1 later this episode. Also, this week, we have part 2 of Going Deeper with Jesse Draper. It's a cool name. I'd change it too.
I mean, Don Draper, Jesse Draper, only icons here.
Jordan joins the show. Jordan Nautikara. He joins the episode. He sits down. The episode, if you haven't listened to part 1, you need to. Part 1 ended with Jesse and Natalie talking about some of Jesse's difficult experiences with Jordan in her marriage. And part 2 kicks off with me and Jordan, and then it's the 4 of us, Jesse, Natalie, myself, and Jordan, get together and kind of try to see if there's a future for those two. My goal going into this episode, obviously Jesse said a lot of, shocking.
Yeah, very heartbreaking to hear that, he did things around their children. He the detail she went into, the things that would make him angry, the control that he had.
Yeah. I mean, obviously this conversation includes, a storyline from part 3. Obviously, Jessie, as she owned up to the fact that she, had an emotional affair. Well, she also, I guess, physical. She kissed
Marciano.
But obviously there's a deeper story here. And I think, we're not justifying anything that Jessie said, but I think there's a lot of people who listen to this show. I know, especially people who call in to Ask Nick, you can truly feel stuck in a relationship, especially when it's marriage and there's kids involved. You can feel very trapped when your partner doesn't do their part, doesn't contribute, or is emotionally aggressive, verbally aggressive. And in those situations, it's very dark. And I really empathize with those people.
I mean, it's interesting because in the episode, Jessie got very emotional talking about the support from like Macy and Michaela, but she didn't really cry when she was talking about Jordan.
I do ask her about why she got emotional talking about the girls and not talking about Jordan, and she does give us that answer.
I was going to ask, from the Jordan interview, do you feel like Jordan took accountability at all for his part of all of this?
You guys are going to have to listen to part 2, but I think that was my goal, right? My goal with this episode was how much of Jesse's mistake was he going to focus on and weaponize against her rather than focus on his actions. And if he really, when we heard Jesse's version of it, I mean, it was hard for me to listen to. To say I was shocked, I guess, is a bit disingenuous, because I do know there's a lot of people out there, particularly men in these relationships, who the way they choose to speak to their partners, I think, is disgusting, but sadly not all too uncommon. My hope is that Jordan would come in and really own his actions, really be disgusted with how he's treated his wife in the past. Jessie, obviously, in part 1, talked about the therapy that her and Jordan have been a part of and talked about how there have been improvements. So my hope going in is to see, is this a guy who's really understand the pain he's caused his family, and particularly his wife, through the therapy he's done? Or is he going to use therapy as kind of like a scapegoat or an excuse to be like, I'm in therapy, everything's fine now, but also my wife cheated? So that's kind of the big question. You'll have to decide for yourself. But listen, on the recent Ask Nick episode that has yet to be released yet, again, not justifying people stepping out or leaving their marriages, but, right now I'm very much in my dad, father era right now. I'm very much protective of that lifestyle. I don't want to force any lifestyle on anyone, but for the people who ask me if they want to know how it's been as a husband and father, I love it, right? I had a woman call in the other day who asked if she was blowing up her quote unquote perfect life. You'll have to listen to the episode, but she was basically debating whether she should leave her husband. They have 3 children together. And then my initial response was oh my God, you got to try to make this work. As she told her story, she told a story about how her husband on her 1st and 3rd child went on a surfing trip for a month, abandoning her right after she had her firstborn. She gave several other examples how this marriage has been very difficult to, she's been trying and doing whatever she can, but sometimes you're in a relationship where your partner either checks out or treats you a certain way. And in those cases, it is very challenging. And I really empathize with those people. So you'll have to decide for yourself whether Jordan has learned or whether he really sees his actions as something that I think we saw, and decide for yourselves.
I certainly have my take on it, but I'm going to save it until everyone else gets to hear.
We'll break it all down on next week's episode of Reality Recap. But be sure to check it out. It's a doozy.
What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving?
We are going to go see my family. We spend Thanksgiving with my side of the family and Christmas with Nick's side of the family. My family randomly decided to rent a lake house in the middle of Georgia.
Ooh.
Even though we have one.
Well, it's warmer in Georgia
to get to.
Yeah.
But it's because both my grandparents died recently, and so we're doing that's where they're from. So we're doing little memorial, and all of their cousins and friends that are all still living are gonna come. But I've been really ramping River up for it. I'm telling her all the people she's gonna see and what we're gonna do, and she's been getting so excited. She doesn't even know who half the people are, but I'm you're gonna see your Aunt Deborah, and she's and I'm and you're gonna see your cousin Cole, and she's so we're trying to get her excited.
Yeah, last holiday season, she was not even 1 yet. Everything was just kind of whatever.
Yeah, she wasn't walking or anything.
I feel this season she really can appreciate and get to know some of her family members and cousins and things like that. And
It's really fun because you get to start like seeing the holidays kind of like through her eyes now too.
I know. And I
It's
like
really sweet.
invited my mom and sister to spend Christmas with us. And I'm like, I have the one thing that makes Christmas magical. And my mom's like, what, snow? And I'm like, no, a baby.
I was going to ask, does she have any cousins near her age?
Yeah, her cousin
She has
Cole.
one, yeah.
But they have a son that's a few months younger than River.
Oh, that's going to be so cute when they get together.
I know. And then all of the other cousins are like 11 and older, but they're like the best babysitters, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they're good. Go play with them.
And you guys get a little break.
I know. It's going to be so fun. What are y'all doing?
I am at my sister's house right now. She just had a baby. So, yeah, I am an auntie.
Are you helping?
I am helping in the capacity that I am wanted and needed. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of what I can do is just stay out of the way and grab a bottle when needed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, her husband is amazing and doing everything, and my mom's also. She really just wants my mom's help, which is fair enough.
Yeah.
When you have a baby, I don't know why you would want me for anything. So, but yeah, I'm here. She's very, very cute.
It's the little girl.
The little girl, yeah. Her
What's
name's
her name?
Amelia. Amelia
Cute.
Rose.
Have you held her?
Yes, I have.
Wow.
I held her. We watched a little TV show together while my sister was taking a shower.
Justin want to know if there's a Thanksgiving flavored baby food. What is that? Is it
Like
is this
pumpkin
labeled
puree?
Thanksgiving?
No, it's like turkey and it's like pureed like turkey and gravy or like it's disgusting. I would never feed it
chicken
to
and
my
Crystal
child.
Light.
Yeah.
We
it's
really
like
skipped
Gerber
over
food.
baby food
No, we did the purees.
for like a minute, for like a week.
No, for like 2 months.
No.
Sarah, what are you doing for Thanksgiving?
It's my first Thanksgiving as a fiance. So we're spending our first Thanksgiving like with just us. My grandma's going to come down, but we're going to try to start our own little traditions
Fiance.
for the future. So I'm actually really excited.
Are y'all gonna
cook? Yeah, we're going to cook at home, but like we're going to try to figure out things because he makes crab cakes every year when we go to our Friendsgiving. And we usually have like obviously traditional Thanksgiving food, but I think we're going to mix it up this year.
Yeah, great job on that.
Oh, he makes amazing crab
my
cakes.
God.
They're just big jumbo lump crab
Oh,
cakes.
yeah.
I won't
Oh,
be
yeah.
making meatballs.
Oh.
I'm still being harassed and bullied by her family.
It was one time.
Literally, it was one time. I think honestly they've all forgotten but Nick. Like when
Your
my sister,
sister literally
she
asked-
texted yesterday being like, here's the menu for Thanksgiving. We need like more vegetables, a salad, and like someone to do like a roll or something. And I texted back being like, I can do a mean green bean casserole. And my sister texted back and said, is anyone doing meatballs? And I responded to that with sore subject. And then I called her and she's like, what do you mean sore subject? Like, what's wrong? And I'm like, no, remember when Nick,
Was she being serious?
she was being like genuine, like, is anyone gonna make meatballs? And I'm like, remember when Nick? And she's like, oh my God, that like
No, she's
I
not.
completely forgot about that. I'm like, oh,
So she really wants someone to make meatballs.
I guess so.
That's a lie.
It is one of those things of like when you first meet someone's parents and you're like, you think about every single thing for the rest of your life and they like completely forget.
completely, especially like my family's the biggest tease, and like we just are sarcastic and like bullies, and so yeah, the fact that my sister's like, everyone's like, meatballs, huh? There was a problem with meatballs?
And Nick's like still traumatized to
No,
this day.
literally.
Like shaking in a corner.
Yeah, poor me.
Uh, but they're great meatballs, right?
They are really good meatballs.
You know, it's not for me to
That's all that
say.
matters.
I think you should make kale salad.
I don't want to cook.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
that settles that.
Oh, happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, thank you.
Happy.
It's,
I feel cheery.
Thanksgiving.
I have
is-
been in the holiday spirit
You have.
for years now.
Mhm.
I think.
I think you take a 2-week break.
Our house was decorated before Halloween. Well, before we get to reality recap, we thought it would be fun to talk about what else we are watching, specifically for the holidays, you know? Honestly, a good movie during holiday season is a great family break.
Saving a movie, like only watching certain movies
Yeah.
during the holidays makes them 10 times better.
It's a family lubricant.
A family lubricant.
The
You know,
start of a
yeah.
tradition.
I mean, I love my family.
Mm-hmm.
Love love. But like, you get together on the holidays for a
Yeah,
week.
you got to break the ice some way.
Yeah,
And what
and it's
better
like
than like ice skating and watching a movie?
Yeah.
With a Starbucks drink in your hand.
Oh, that's so
Like, things we
true.
can all agree on. Starbucks is delicious and tasty and wonderful, and
Mhm.
Home Alone's a fantastic movie.
You feel like you
I have 10 Simmons. I can't agree on everything with them, but that's something I can agree on
Home Alone. Yeah.
in Starbucks.
I'm a Grinch girly myself. I will say that is the one movie that I cannot wait for all of the trees to be lit up, the
Mhm.
fireplace to be going.
do you pair a certain drink from Starbucks with the Grinch?
When I have a sip of this caramel brulee latte, it reminds me of that scene from How the Grinch Stole Christmas when he's the cheermeister and everyone's trying to stuff pieces of fudge in his mouth and he has to try
Mhm.
everything. But I'm like, I feel like this is like the best one, the winner.
Yeah.
You know?
Can I tell you something?
What?
I one time terrified my roommates because I do know that movie verbatim because I watched it so much as a kid and they were like, you don't know it verbatim. And I was like, I do. And then we turned it on and I was like, inside a snowflake, like the one on your sleeve.
And then were they like,
And
all
then
right, that's enough.
And then I was
Yeah.
like, no, it's
We
not.
get
Because guess what? I just drank an entire peppermint mocha. So I was.
You were ready to go.
Yeah. I was
What's
ready
your
to go.
favorite Christmas movie?
Well, I can't say the Grinch because Sierra already said it, but in close tie is Christmas Vacation.
That's good.
It is good.
Mm.
It always makes me laugh when he's trying to put up the Christmas lights. Or when he does put up the Christmas lights finally, and then Juliette Lewis as the daughter is like, he worked really hard on it, Grandpa. And the grandpa's like, yeah, and so do washing machines. And it's one of my favorite jokes.
That would
ever.
make Clark Griswold
Mhm.
feel a little better about himself drinking
Mhm.
a delicious peppermint mocha.
If Clark Griswold had a peppermint mocha, none of that stuff would have gone down that way.
I have to say, I think pairing a caramel brulee latte, hot, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
with Serendipity.
Love that movie.
Mm.
They drank a lot of coffee in that movie.
Literally, when I am sitting on my couch and I have a hot caramel brulee latte in my hand from Starbucks, I'm picturing myself walking in New York at Christmas time. It's cold, it's snowy, there's lights everywhere. Like I'm in the movie.
Are you in the
Mhm.
department store about to reach for that
Oh,
cashmere
are you
glove?
kidding?
Mm.
She walks into her Starbucks and imagines in a meet cute with someone not her husband.
But then like stages it with her husband because
Yes.
of course.
Yeah, we go into a Starbucks every holiday season and role play.
We do.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
We're like, excuse me, oh my God,
Are you
did
gonna get that
also
mug?
Get a peppermint mocha?
Yes.
Is this love at first sight?
Oh my God.
They're like, for NJV. And we both go,
Oh,
Mhm.
those are my initials.
those are my initials.
You know, speaking of meet cutes at Starbucks, it's funny because it's not like to me it's a holiday movie, but the movie Best in Show I watch every Thanksgiving.
Great
And
movie.
two of the characters in Best in Show, they're a married couple and they met at Starbucks.
Yeah.
Anyway, Parker Posey classic, love it.
Great movie. Which is a
Mhm.
better Christmas movie, Santa Claus 1 or 2?
Two.
Unpopular opinion too. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with one.
I had a crush on the mom, the Mrs. Claus.
There you go.
Yeah.
We need to figure out what movies we're going to show River this year. What Christmas movies? Because I haven't seen any
Oh,
Christmas
the
movies.
Rudolph.
classics,
Yeah,
yeah.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Great
Yeah,
The
one.
claymation
she's gonna
ones?
The claymation ones.
Yes.
Oh, she's going to love that.
What was the elf's name in that?
He wants to be
Hermie.
a dentist.
Buddy.
Yes.
Hermie.
Oh yeah.
Cute.
He would have enjoyed a peppermint mocha.
Hermie
Absolutely.
would down a peppermint mocha.
Frosty the Snowman.
Frosty's a classic.
Yeah, that's a sad one.
Buddy the elf.
The little drummer
How,
boy.
yeah, how have we not talked
Can't
about
sit on a
Elf?
throne of lies.
He would down a caramel brulee latte.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
With spaghetti
Extra
and maple syrup.
extra caramel.
I feel like
Yeah.
multiple at a time.
Yes.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
One holiday movie that my family loves is It's a Wonderful Life.
Mm.
It's I know. It touches the heartstrings. It's a movie about gratitude. And I could not be more grateful for my peppermint mocha by my side.
Was it hard to pick a movie like when your whole family gets together? Is it hard to decide on one because there's so many of you?
Well, rule in our family is if you bring the coffee, you get to pick.
Mm.
Yeah.
For everybody? You have to bring a holiday beverage for everybody? Or is it like you just
And the homeowner. Really?
Homeowner's choice.
Yeah.
So it's like really
Okay.
was dad, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
your dad was choosing?
My mom was always
My house, my
choosing.
rules,
Yeah.
you know.
Which makes sense why
We
it's a
just had a
wonderful
buck-
life.
And I was about to say he has good taste. So, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I also say another one of my favorites? Growing up watching A Christmas Story. It's one of those movies from the past that I didn't really understand, and every year watching it, it gets better and better. And I feel like I just enjoy it more with the people that I show it to or the people that like haven't seen it before. I'm like,
yeah, when he got his tongue stuck on the pole, all he had to do was just pour a nice warm
Peppermint mocha on it.
And that would have solved the problem.
Oh my god.
So true.
Yeah.
So true. Well, it seems like we'll never be able to agree on the best holiday movies because they're all so amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing we know we can always agree on is our love for the Starbucks holiday beverages. Share the season with our returning favorites like the peppermint mocha or the caramel brulee latte at a Starbucks near you.
All right, did you guys hear Jen Shaw's gonna get out of prison December 10th? Earlier than
did hear
expected?
that.
You know who else got released from prison? I only know this
Uh-oh.
because I'm from Waukesha. Do you remember the Slender Man killings?
Yes.
This person got released early,
Whoa, that's
Whoa.
and I believe
mean-
has since cut off their ankle bracelet and is missing. So, yay.
oh, okay.
You
well,
can just cut them off.
Well, you can.
I
I
think
mean, I
they
think
get,
it's illegal.
yeah, I think it's a
It
thing
gets triggered.
that you're not supposed to do.
But you can just like take a pair of scissors, like a pair of household scissors to your ankle monitor and be done with.
I mean, I've never had an ankle monitor, so I
I
couldn't.
think if
I
you
feel
are,
like
I
they
think
should
if you
make
are
them
like
harder.
on probation or if you're wearing this ankle bracelet for a reason, I don't think it's impossible to get like a heavy duty like wire cutter and just cut it off. No.
yeah.
I think if that happens, alarms go off and things happen where they will be
Yeah.
like, you are in extra trouble now.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess if you really want to cut it, you can.
Well, I don't think Jen Shaw's gonna do that.
Wait, she's gonna have an ankle monitor?
She's either going to go to a halfway house or probably be finishing out her
At home.
complete the remaining portion of her sentence under supervision.
Supervision.
Ankle
So she'd either
bracelet.
be released at home and be at house arrest, or she'd be transferred to a halfway house.
I see. I see. Do we think?
So we don't know which one.
I mean, I feel like they gotta pick up cameras at least for just like.
I think
A
Bravo's done
minute.
with her.
Andy said he was done with her.
Yeah.
But, you know, so Monica's kind of stirring the pot a little bit. She posted a reel with the caption, when you can manifest like a motherfucker, about Jen Shaw getting released.
Does he want her released?
Well, because a lot of the things of like, would you have Jen or would you have Monica back? And I think a lot of the women were like, Jen. And Monica's kind of
crazy.
like, all right then.
Well, you get what you
Here
asked
she is.
for.
That's crazy.
So,
I mean, it was kind of crazy at was it BravoCon or Watch What Happens Live? Angie had to choose between Jen and Monica coming back, and she chose Jen because she thinks people like her, that
Like
she's
her.
more likable. And it was just like, in what season? It's comparing like junior high crimes to like high adult legal crimes. Like it's, they don't equate to each other.
Well, yeah, but as far as these women go, the crime wasn't done
To them.
to them. Like with Monica, the crime was done to them.
But that's even crazier.
And with Jen
that I
Shaw,
like
it was
knowing
just
that
like some
somebody's
old
capable
people.
of.
well, I will say since like Jen Shaw's surrender, her sentence has been reduced multiple times. The BOP attributed those reductions to good behavior, participation in prison programming, and financial payments she's begun making to victims.
Okay.
So
So she's making amends.
Yeah, she's making amends. She's been ordered to pay $6.5 million in restitution, so she's begun paying her restitution, and she has been doing her time.
Okay.
So, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I'm curious what will happen.
Well, this week is the finale of Dancing with the Stars. Unfortunately, it won't be including Miss Whitney Levitt. She was eliminated last week. She does have some peers coming to her defense, none other than the queen of the ballroom, Miss Julianne Hough, who had a scathing quote in defense of Whitney. What did she say?
Whitney is a queen, and people only villainize people who trigger them. Being ambitious is not a crime, it's a superpower, especially when you have goodness to share and joy to bring to people's lives, which is what you have done. I absolutely adore you, Whitney Levitt. You have shown nothing but hard work, playfulness, dedication, and pure talent. You're a star. I can't wait to see what is next for you. You are magic, and you have me in your corner from here on.
She's
And
not
guess what?
wrong.
I agree.
I do think a lot of people who don't like ambition.
I know.
Like
Mhm.
people who try very hard. Like Whitney is an effort person. She puts effort into everything she does. And I think some people find that off-putting. We almost like want people who are like effortlessly good. Like they don't
Yeah.
try.
Yeah.
They just happen to have things work out.
God forbid a girl is earnest and wants what she wants.
Yeah. Do we think we're going to see her on Broadway?
She's seen in New York.
Yeah.
She's in New York. People think she might be
Can she sing?
for Chicago. I'm sure she can.
I think
She
she
gets
said
better
in an
than-
interview after Dancing with the Stars one night when that was brought up, like, oh my God, I would love to, but I would definitely need to like do singing lessons. Just like,
I don't think she.
Maybe that's what she's doing.
Well, Whitney is, if nothing, a perfectionist. So,
Oh, for sure. I'm sure she started singing lessons that night.
Yeah. And guess what? If Whitney ends up in Chicago, I am flying out there. I am seated. I want to see that.
She'll never
so
know
bad.
that you're there.
Well,
'Cause you're
that's
welcome.
okay. That's okay. She doesn't need to know that I'm there. I just want to see it. I'm just a fan. She doesn't have to like me. I love her.
I think she'll crush. I think she'll do really well.
maybe we'll all go and do a team trip to see Whitney
Oh my
on
God,
Broadway.
Fun.
Let's go.
If
Yeah.
do you think
If
she'll let
she'll
us in?
She'll let
Ooh,
Justin
buy
in. She loves him.
tickets.
We'll put the tickets under our names.
Can you imagine
she
us
doesn't know.
going and then they're like, "Sorry guys, you're not welcome here."
You're actually
I would
blacklisted
cry.
from Chicago.
Well, we'll see.
Well, the holidays are here, and you know what that means. You need to have your home ready if you don't already, whether it's making sure that you have enough seating for everyone, picking up fun new serveware and cookware, or decking the halls with holiday decor. Wayfair has you covered, and right now you can get up to 70% off during Wayfair's Black Friday sale. Plus, you can sit back and relax with Wayfair's fast and easy shipping. Everything comes right to your home just in time for the holidays. Whatever it is that's on your list that you are missing, you will be able to find it at Wayfair. They have everything from stockings to bedding, bath basics, kids' rooms, refresh, home decor, kitchen essentials, living room refresh like seating, rugs, lamps, lightings, throw blankets, etc. Everything you can think of, you can find it at Wayfair. Maybe you're doing a little backyard get together and maybe you want a trampoline. Maybe you want a gazebo. Maybe this is the time you're going to get a hot tub. Well, Wayfair has you covered. It's the go-to destination for everything home. No matter your style or budget, you can earn rewards and get the best savings in the neighborhood with Wayfair's new loyalty program. 5% back on every item across Wayfair's family of brands, free shipping, members-only sales, and more. Terms apply. A huge selection of home goods, everything you need for your living room, outdoor areas, bedrooms, and more. Wayfair makes it easy with fast and free shipping, and even on the big stuff, they'll help you set it up. Don't miss out on early Black Friday deals. Head to wayfair.com now to shop Wayfair's Black Friday deals for up to 70% off. That's WAYFAIR.com. Sale ends December 7th. Well, you know, chlorophyll is responsible for how plants harness the power of the sun. Now you can enjoy a gentle but powerful daily detox with chlorophyll stick packs from Nature's Sunshine. They're convenient on-the-go way to support your gut health with a gentle daily detox to help your body feel light and balanced. It's easy to mix and a simple way to incorporate a daily detox to feel lighter, more energized, and more regular. Plus, it comes in refreshing flavors like lime, apple, or melon. It's so easy to work into your day. You can tear one in the morning and mix it with water while you're getting ready, or sometimes sip it in the mid-afternoon when you need a little reset. They're perfect for travel because they will help you stay regular and keep your digestion on track. Anytime you feel a little bloated or sluggish, just mix one and within a day or two, you will actually feel the difference. It's such a gentle daily detox, no crazy cleanses or gimmicks, just real plant-powered support that helps you feel lighter and more energized from the inside out. It also provides antioxidant support, helps fight free radicals, and promote cellular health. Nature's Sunshine believes in real, natural ingredients, minimal processing, and respect for the planet and your body so you can be a little more earth every day. Get a daily detox with chlorophyll stick packs. Nature's Sunshine is offering 20% off your first order plus free shipping. Go to naturesunshine.com and use the code VIALL at checkout. That's code VIALL at naturesunshine.com. Well, this holiday season, give the gift that truly matters. We know your home is more than just a place. It's where your family gathers, grows, and thrives. And Branch Basics believes that creating a safe and healthy home is one of the most important things you can do for the people you love. Branch Basics believes your health should never be compromised by the products you use to clean your home. That's why they are on a mission to educate families about hidden dangers and provide a better, safer alternative. Before Branch Basics, I was the type of person who would just go into a store, see cleaning product, and I would buy it. And I would have no idea that all of the ingredients inside it would be so bad for not only me, for my dogs, for my baby, for the air that I'm breathing. And Branch Basics has truly changed my outlook on everything that I'm bringing into my home. The Branch Basics Multi-Surface Cleaning Concentrate is a product that I am using every single day. It's the one product that I trust on spraying every inch of River's high chair because I know that obviously she's going to be eating on it, she's going to be touching it, and I want that to be so clean and so safe, and I trust Branch Basics with that. Get yourself and your loved ones the best gift of all, the gift of clean with Branch Basics. For a limited time only, our listeners get 15% off and free shipping on their premium starter pack when you use code VIALL at branchbasics.com/VIALL. That's 15% off your first order at branchbasics.com/VIALL with promo code VIALL. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Get Branch Basics this holiday season because cleanliness matters.
This time of year, it's sensory overload everywhere, but one feeling we're still chasing is cozy. And Bombas Socks can hook you up this holiday season with some of the best socks, slippers, tees, and basically everything to get you there. Take care of your feet, people. Bombas Socks is the best sock out there. They have such a great selection, all types of socks, cozy socks, even dress socks. You might be going to some holiday parties this season. Make sure you have the right socks for every occasion, whether you're cozying up at home or hitting the town. Bombas has you covered. They've got answers for all your gifting questions too. Like, what can I get for my sister's newborn baby? Bombas fit like a hug. And they're designed to feel soft and stay snug on even the wiggliest of toesies. By the way, Bombas is really stepping up their slipper and slide game this season. They've got new shapes, new styles, fluffy things, suede things, a little something for every foot. So this holiday season, think of Bombas for the perfect stocking stuffer. Everyone in your family and your friends will appreciate some great socks for their feet. Head over to bombas.com/VIALL and use code VIALL for 20% off your first purchase. That is BOMBAS.com/VIALL, code VIALL at checkout. All right, let's talk a little Mormon wives.
This batch of episodes, last batch, moving on from Jesse and Jordan. Now we're very much focusing on Taylor and Dakota, which was definitely not a breath of fresh air, but it was like
I almost missed their toxicity.
A nice
Yeah.
change of pace. Yeah.
it was like, oh, this is what we know and love about this show.
Yes. A little stagecoach.
Ugh.
And
Beautiful.
it's crazy.
It's almost crazy to your point. You got Jesse and Jordan. It's like, oh, like we're using words like emotional abuse. And then we have the demi of it all. And it's like, we're having, we got these
Assault.
accusations that are being questioned with Dakota and Taylor, not to minimize their trauma, but it's like good old fashioned toxicity.
Well, it's still pretty dark.
I mean, he's like, going to her mom's friend, which is
I'd rather have that than a husband,
for
calling
sure.
his wife names.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, but I feel her struggle so deeply where it's like, like now this really, really is the end for them because now her parents are not
Which
on
the
whole
board anymore.
family is
Her whole
involved.
family is done. And so she knows, she's like, even if like I could find a place in my heart to like forgive him and move on, he's the father of my kid. Like I don't want to have to like go through this again. Like she can't. It's over now.
I tried to do some sleuthing. Is this family friend the girl that was in that video that Taylor commented like snakes on or something? Do you remember this? It was like a month ago when
Yeah.
it was the dancing video and there was a girl in the middle that like isn't.
Oh, no. This
No,
is
this is
someone else.
Leanne's friend. This is her
Well,
mom's
and then I realized
friend.
I don't think it is, but like, dang, everybody be sleeping with Dakota.
I mean,
Well,
I mean-
I just think it was really funny when after Stagecoach, when she was like talking about the girl sleeping with Dakota, and Taylor's mom is just like sitting there in the background with her sunglasses on. Just
She's
being
part of the
she looks like
cast.
the New York meme.
Yeah.
Yes,
She did.
she did. She looked like the New York meme. She looked alone in the VIP, Candy Muse. Yeah, it was perfect.
But I guess, do we have the timeline of what happened? Like her mom's friend is saying that, oh, I was just trying to like be there for him.
Yeah, everybody's got a different story because, I mean, her mom's friend was kind of just like, what are you talking about? I didn't do anything.
It's the playing dumb for me where I'm
Yeah,
like, even
it is.
Leanne and Taylor were both like, we know her voice, we know how she talks. Like,
Yeah.
she's clearly lying, but it's like, they're like, what do you mean? Who? Like, it's like, don't play dumb.
Oh,
She,
I
like,
was just sending him pictures of me in a bikini.
She admitted to like the sexting a little bit.
I was telling him he should buy this bikini for Taylor, and I wanted him to like see how cute it was.
I was
That's
just
generous.
inviting him over to talk.
But then also, she's like, he's gross.
And then Taylor's like, no, because you wanted to fuck. Like, bitch,
Yeah.
just be honest. Like,
Do we think Dakota's hot? I think Dakota's hot.
yeah, he's got those piercing
Yeah, I
blue
do
eyes.
think he's hot, not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
not for me, but
No?
Not for
I
me
think Justin's
either,
objective
but-
because I feel like he can just see a man for like how he looks without the icks and the.
Yeah. I do think Marciano, that man's not hot.
Oh
so.
my
That's
god.
pretty
hot.
Okay,
Marciano is not
We're done with that,
Oh,
Justin.
No.
No, I said he's not hot.
Oh, good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I was like, why
yeah,
are we
he's like,
all?
okay.
I was like, why are we all
mayhem in
disagreeing?
the household.
Oh my God.
Oh god, that was nervous.
Yeah, but it's just the fact that the will, they won't, they, and now we're finally at the they won't.
Yeah, it makes me
This
sad
is-
for Taylor.
This
'cause
feels like the end.
she did say in her interview where she was just like, I had to leave somebody that I didn't want to be done with, So I'm like, I think the idea of thinking that they've
Yeah.
built up to a place where they can finally be together and be happy. They're being all cutesy during Stagecoach
Yeah.
to know that like one thing is looming over them and it's going to be the one thing that's just going to snap, break the camel's back.
Yeah.
And as it should, like messing around with somebody's family member or family friend, like,
That's fucked up.
you know,
Yeah.
it's specific.
Yeah.
There's too many people in the world to be texting and talking to or venting to your feelings to that it doesn't need
And
to
you
be.
pick the one person.
Right.
It's just, it's messy. It's
I mean,
really
the fact that
messy.
like he doesn't want to even be part of the show anymore because like he
That tells
doesn't
me
want this
everything I need
getting
to know.
out.
What does it
Exactly.
Right?
Like
That all of it's true.
guilty as fuck.
Yeah. That you
'Cause
don't
if
want
it
people
wasn't
talking
true,
about it.
he'd do what Jesse's doing and come out and be like, let's take a lie detector test. I want to prove
Yeah.
to all of you, read my text messages. That's not true. That's not what happened. But he's like,
Exactly.
I don't want to be a part of it. I'm not filming.
What do you think he was thinking? Like, are there not?
I think his dick was thinking.
Yeah.
I think he was
Yeah,
getting
but
some
still,
attention.
even like,
Yeah, I don't know.
even your
And
dick sometimes knows this is a bad idea.
I don't know. I think that she probably sent him some pictures, and he wasn't gonna say, "Hey, no, don't send me sexy pictures." And then
I
he
I
have
went,
definitely think
you know?
she is the one who started this. I think Dakota doesn't have the like guts to go after Leanne's friend. I think he would be like way too scared to make the first move. And I think she definitely came for him first. And he was like, oh,
I think
Sure.
he played like, you guys would be blown away by some of the unsolicited nudes I've been sent in the past by people. Like sometimes you just don't ask for them. You don't want them.
well,
And
he clearly entertained him.
no,
He
Oh.
did.
oh, he did.
What do
I'm
you-
just saying. But what I'm saying is, you can ignore a nude. You
Nick
know,
and I dodging bullets.
What do you just delete it?
you just don't respond.
Well, it doesn't show them anymore, right? Doesn't it like blur them? Like, doesn't Instagram DMs blur nudes now? Or
I
like,
don't know. This was a long, long time
You
ago.
tell me.
I don't know. I haven't gotten any of my DMs.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
I know.
could not verify that.
I'm just saying, like you can ignore a nude,
yeah.
I believe you.
and I think but you have to just literally ignore it. You can't respond because like any
Here's Nick's tip of the day, everybody. You can ignore a nude.
you can ignore a nude.
In case you were wondering, you can in fact ignore those nudes that you're getting.
I will say
Yeah.
too, if a woman sends a guy a nude and you ignore it, I feel like it's a pretty aggressive shutdown.
Yeah.
Well, again, he didn't ignore it.
Yeah,
He
I think
entertained it.
I think he was like,
So-
he was like, oh, that's crazy.
Maybe you should
He
have
was
given
like-
him this advice beforehand.
Yeah. I believe the note was that he could tell that she was wearing something in the silhouette.
I feel really bad for Taylor because like not only is it like her and her emotions, like she clearly loves him and it's like now she can't be with him, but it's also like they have this kid together and she loves her son obviously and she wants Ever to have a father and a mother who are together and like now Ever's not going to have that and like she wants the best for her son and her son like even Dakota not letting him have his
The blessing.
like it's going to get in the way of like her son being it's hard to navigate, it's hard to come to terms with, and now she really this is the true end where it's like the option was always still open and now it's closed.
Dakota also has some responsibility in that too, though.
No,
right?
I'm saying he has all
Fully.
the
Yeah, 'cause
responsibility,
I'm
but I'm
like-
saying it's very hard for Taylor to like
All she
have
asked for
to-
is like, don't lie to me and don't do sketchy
Exactly.
shit behind my back.
it's just annoying. Like it's frustrating that he put her in that position. It's
Right.
entirely his fault.
Okay.
What do we think of Taylor sitting down with Chase at the end?
That was crazy.
Yeah, I was like, all I was thinking was like Miranda,
Yeah.
Yeah, Miranda.
Yeah.
the one that you guys just initiated into mom talk officially,
It
like
feels
her baby daddy.
like that was potentially a producer's idea before they knew she was going to be Bachelorette.
I'm surprised they even
I'm
aired
surprised
it.
they
Yeah,
didn't cut
they
it.
could
Yeah.
have they could have cut that. There was
Yeah.
a different way to end the show.
I'm sure there's an alternative ending.
Because it's giving like, oh, drama into season 4. You went on a date with my ex-husband, father of my children.
Also, it's kind of like not too far removed from like responding to your mom's friend's nudes.
Oh.
Like it's a little too in the family,
Mhm.
you know? It's
Exactly.
like, if nothing else, there's just like,
It's in the
it's a little too close to home.
Like, there's just got to be more men in Utah.
It doesn't feel like it though. I was gonna say that the thing I do like about Mormon Wives, one of the many, but I'm just like, even their scandals where I'm like, the soft swinging was the most intense one, but I'm like, one is like, I kissed somebody twice. The other one is like, Layla dated Chase first and now is dating the brother. And it's just like, are there more men in Utah?
Layla
Yeah.
dated Chase.
And like now Taylor's sitting down with Chase, who's Miranda's you know, I'm just like, there's just a lot of crossover here that just wouldn't be happening in most friend groups and be amicable.
Taylor even said, I'm going to get in trouble for this one.
Yeah.
Well, why are you there?
Well, because I don't think, in her defense, I don't think she thought that it was going to go where it went when she sat down there.
Chase brought up the flirting.
Yeah,
Chase pulled out the wrist.
Chase said it was a date. Chase asked for the kiss. Chase brought up the feelings.
That's
like
just
I think
embarrassing.
Taylor probably just thought it was like, okay, we're like going to try to
We're going to shoot a scene.
mend things here.
Yeah.
But it is interesting because we've got a major spoiler alert.
Yeah.
That's not going to go anywhere.
Doesn't work
Upcoming
out.
season of The Bachelorette.
Tune in to ABC.
I was like, oh my God, we were talking about Dakota showing up to the casting. What if it's Chase?
That would be crazy.
Right.
Continuation from season.
What was Whitney's big contribution this season? It felt like she wasn't
To
really.
bring Demi and the girls back together.
She
Yeah.
did.
Do you feel like do you feel like she did
Literally.
that? I feel like
Yes, I do.
Yes.
She instigated the whole thing. She went to Macy, who she knew would be able to get the girls together, and she convinced her.
I think she quit.
Again?
Who?
Whitney
To me,
or Demi?
Well, Whitney did her best. Okay, Whitney went on a full arc.
And I thought that her apology and her
Yeah.
final speech was very
It
sincere
was
I did too.
beautiful.
and very beautiful. I love when they really open up.
I think she's really grown.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Mhm.
that she's
Whitney or
being
Demi?
logical.
Whitney.
Yeah, I think she's being logical. Like she was like, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
I'm not gonna just brush this off. What Demi was saying, she's like, if somebody's saying they were sexually assaulted, I'm not just gonna be like, I don't believe you.
She honestly, to me, was the only person that was reacting to that in a way that was like making sense to me.
She really wanted to get to the bottom of it. She went in
Yeah.
first being like, I believe you.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was just like trying to put the pieces together and it wasn't making sense to her. And she was struggling with the fact that like she was genuinely
wanted to
upset.
believe her.
Exactly. When
Yeah.
she couldn't figure out why the pieces weren't fitting.
I
Yeah.
appreciate Whitney's willingness to listen to me because Whitney wasn't there
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
at Vanderpump Villa, but I also don't want to criticize the other women for having their doubts, specifically like the Michaela and Macy and Jesse and
Well,
Jen,
yeah.
all women who have
Yeah.
opened up about their own past traumas, when it comes to abuse or assault. And I think they have some valid questions and doubts as it relates to Demi's story.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Totally.
Yeah, well, because Michaela and Macy, like, they have opened up on this show about, like, I mean, Michaela was 6 years old when she was sexually abused. Like, they have opened up about this, and to them, it's like a very triggering thing. And it's like, if
Mhm.
you're lying about that,
The
that's
biggest
horrible.
challenge, and I think the biggest kind of uncomfortable thing about this whole thing is that when the women confront Demi and kind of poke holes in her story, she resorts back to the narrative is there's no perfect victim, which is true. And there's no ideal story, but it also, Demi is delivering it in a way where it almost feels like anything I say, you can't doubt because like there is, I can talk to him, I can engage with him, I can do whatever I want. And that doesn't discount what happened. And it's like, I can't, it's really hard to like question anything because to your point, like you don't want to not believe people. And it's just,
Right.
I think a lot of people are really uncomfortable with this whole narrative because of the potential fallout as it relates to like all kinds of victims.
I think what Connor said was really like important, where he said exactly what I feel about this is like, I want to believe a victim, especially he's a victim himself.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if you are making an accusation and it's not true, that it diminishes anybody else who's been a
Mhm.
victim and has
Yeah.
come forward with it. I mean, in general, I do love Connor and Whitney's relationship. I
They're
love
really
that Whitney
cute.
is like, Connor always wants to hear the tea. And so like when I come, like,
They're cute. I want to gab with them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can't because you're blocked, Mary.
You know what's interesting though? I took a picture with Connor at Dancing with the Stars and we had a lovely conversation. And I said, tell your wife I love her.
Did you know who
I-
you were?
Connor is not Whitney.
He knew I was with the Viall Files.
I love Whitney so much. I'm really sad. I'm like actively like really sad about it. Like I love her. She's she's been my favorite Mormon wife since like the first episode.
All right. Well, I'm sure we will keep talking about this season of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, as I'm sure there will be drama that unfolds from the internet and these women engaging with each other. Southern Charm made its debut last night. I thought it was a fun little goofy episode. I'm excited about this season. I think my favorite part was when Austin was talking about, is he still dating that same girl?
No, I think
Yes,
he's-
Wait, I thought
well,
they
not
broke up.
now.
They just broke
They-
up.
It's been
They
announced
did
before.
break up. When he was like, my girlfriend, she's like, yeah, she has her own life. I have my own life. She's miles away. I can actually get things done now. It's like, come, please, someone check on this woman. Like he's describing a fuck buddy.
Literally.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Well, they're
bother
not
me.
together anymore.
No, it did not work out with Pookie Schmookie.
I did love the opening scene where the four men were out to dinner and then it just like kept cutting to them yelling at each other. Well, we shouldn't be friends anymore.
Thank God.
And I love how Southern Charm loves to bury the lead. They're like, here's the ending, and now you got to watch the entire season to get here.
Yeah.
But also, like, we didn't need to sit through that whole dinner and, like, listen to them, like, chit-chat and then, oh, what builds up into the fight. Like, yeah, just show us the beats of the fight and then let's move on.
Right.
That's all I needed. If you have no idea what we're talking about, we do have a rapid recap of the first episode of Southern Charm. Molly cements herself as the coolest girl in the world by feeding her pet snake a mouse. I don't feel
So
like
sad.
that was the coolest
That's
girl.
really
in the world.
sad.
That kinda
I didn't-
grossed me out. She's also low-key a
Nice.
pat rat, and I don't think it's low-key either. I do feel like that was a high-key pack rat. Madison is super pregnant, but still looking hot. Craig feels betrayed because Paige broke up with him, and he also doesn't know how to be single. Shep is still himself, but his age range has increased to 28. Growth. Austin is mad about Craig no longer being sober after being mad that he was sober. Sally and Vanita are besties now and bonded over how annoying JT is. He blocked and ghosted Vanita after the reunion. Also, Vanita thinks Craig is a bitch. She said it on the Viall files, so Craig hates her. Craig and Sally both think the other is hot, but as Sally is besties with Vanita, that complicates things. Molly was flirting with Corey, Craig's friend, who is a douche, but also hot. And then he was kind of mean to her when she was drunk, and she was sad that she skipped her band concert. Sally and Vanita's friendship is already on the outs as she wants to talk to Craig, and Vanita storms out of Madison's baby shower. Overall, this season looks tea. That was a fast friendship. I do feel like we saw
Really? You started
the highest of highs of Sally and Vanita, and then how quickly a male's attention can just rip things apart.
Is that the main storyline, the love triangle between? I mean, I'm fine with
Love
Vanita
triangle.
like being Team Paige, but it doesn't make sense for Vanita to have some sort of like vendetta against Craig.
Well, it's because Craig went on Watch What Happens Live and was like, I don't fuck with her and she'll never be my friend again.
Okay.
Yeah, they had off
And they never had a
camera
conversation about it. The first time she heard that was on Watch What Happens Live.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Vanita has every right to be like, the fuck?
Or like, I'm not going to be the one to go up to talk to him at a baby shower and cause the big scene that we know is going to end up happening inevitably.
We kind of stirred the pot a little bit because Vanita came on our show and called Craig a bitch, and
Yeah.
then he went on Watch What Happens Live and said he doesn't fuck with her. And
I am glad that was one of the episodes I did like try to look.
Yeah,
you
she did
in.
call him a bitch.
Yeah.
Well, he
Was being a little bit.
was a bitch.
How-
I said, oh, period, Vanita.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
There's a question I have of Vanita. How was Craig making it seem like Paige was unfaithful?
By not saying that
Wait,
she
no.
wasn't.
But he has to be actually do something. You can't do something by not doing something.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
He was being asked questions.
If
in
all,
interviews
but
about
I'm
it.
saying
He was
that
being-
was kind of my point though. But if all he was doing is not say anything, because again, Paige was the one who broke up with Craig out of nowhere, and then
Well-
weeks later was publicly seen with someone who then became her boyfriend. What do you want Craig to think? What if Craig doesn't know what
We
happened?
did have Craig putting out his like we broke up reel or story or whatever that was, and in that story he was like, there was no cheating,
blindsided.
there
Yeah.
was no this. Like
He,
he
like,
did clarify
victimized
that in
himself.
that one video. So I guess to Craig's defense, he's like, I'm not going to continue to go out of my way to like have this person's back who did just betray me, and like
and cause speculation. And I'm just wondering what Craig did outside of not saying anything that implied that Paige did something wrong.
Well, he didn't say anything. That's literally that's what he did.
I think Craig really played the victim card hard, even though obviously a breakup takes two people. Like, I think Craig was just like, my feelings were hurt. And
But
I
he
was
has the right to have
But
his
he did
feelings
He
say
hurt.
has the right.
Like-
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just saying, I think Vanita's thing was that, like, he was really leaning into it.
How is he
And
leaning
that was
into
it.
it? That's kind of my point. The internet demanded Craig come to Paige's defense. And he
No.
opted to be like, nah, I'm like, that's not my problem anymore. She's not my girlfriend.
Nick, the answer to your question is on a platform like Watch What Happens Live, no answer is an answer. So I think like that's where he was asked questions where he had
Yes,
the chance to just say
sometimes-
it for the once and move on.
Sometimes no answer is an answer, and in this case, it was.
If 3 weeks after a breakup that caught you off guard and that person is then singing canoodling with someone else, and granted, it could have just been like right after the breakup, and that's fair, and that people have a right to do that. But like, again, if you get broken up with out of the blue and you're heartbroken, and then your ex is immediately dating weeks later, you're going to start asking questions. You're going to be like, wait, was it really a clean break? Usually there's like a mourning process.
I
Even
definitely
when you
don't feel
break
like
up
we
with a
need to
relationship,
rehash.
you're sad.
I mean, wasn't also like Austin or Shep also going on Watch What Happens Live insinuating that Paige was like cheated? Like I feel like it was more than just Craig, but also his friends.
But then
that
you
were
had
also...
all of Paige's friends going on Watch What Happens Live and being like, he's doing all this for attention. He's doing all this to like, he's playing the victim. He's this, he's that. He's
True,
a little baby
sure,
back
yeah.
bitch. And then we have Craig being like, I didn't eat or sleep for weeks. He's like, I was actually heartbroken. Like, what was I doing for attention?
Yeah, I think
So like
they were
everyone's
both,
friends were coming after the other person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we need a joint Southern Charm and Summer House reunion
Crossover.
and see what happens.
I mean, I'm assuming we're going to move on of this topic going forward. I feel like it got rehashed. It's episode 1. They're kind of like bringing us up to speed of all the things that happened. But I honestly like hope we move on.
Well, yeah, we're gonna watch Craig navigate being single, and all
Yeah.
the girlies in South Carolina are losing their minds over
By the
it.
way,
He's drinking
the
again.
show's going to perform better with Craig single.
100%.
Oh, totally.
So
I'm way more invested with this with Craig being single.
freaking BravoCon, I swear to God, it was like the Beatles were walking through. It was just like a sea of women stampeding to just try to get a photo or be next to him. And I was like,
Oh, he was
He's
king
cute.
shit at Bravo.
you know, he
Yeah.
made Captain Jason this year look like, nah, was he even there?
Yeah.
Nope. didn't see
Because
him.
Craig was in the building.
Molly is my favorite. I want to be best friends with Molly. I love that girl down.
I do love Molly.
I love her.
The hoarding, though,
No, the hoarding
the
is
It's a
I-
little,
crazy.
it's a little
Listen, she moved into a smaller space. She doesn't
Get
know
rid
what
of
to do
it
with
when
all
you
of
move.
her
Get rid
stuff.
of it,
You get
yeah.
rid of it. You don't move everything into your new place. You get rid of it as you're packing. You're like, oh,
You
I
guys-
don't need these shoes that I haven't worn since the 12th grade. Like, let me
I
get rid of
understand
them.
her.
Also,
I
where do we
understand
land
her.
on, as an adult, joining like clubs and teams that like are typically reserved for like high school?
Okay.
I think that Molly
Okay.
had
Everybody
like.
can have a hobby.
Yeah.
Okay,
Bands.
hold on.
And everyone,
yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
asking-
I think
I'm
everyone
just-
in the group is an
I'm
adult.
just
It's not
asking, did
like
you guys
she's
see-
the oldest?
Did you guys see Bill Belichick's girlfriend in her adult cheerleading team?
I think that it's beautiful when somebody has a passion and wants to
I
like, do
think
it as
that
an
is
adult.
showing that she is every bit of the 22 that she is.
Yeah.
And if I were
And-
doing things like that when I met Nick, I would 100% understand why he didn't want to date me, because like maybe I'm not as old soul as I like to think that I am.
Crazy.
And, like-
Listen, follow your passions, but yeah, I'm not coming to your cheer.
To
That's
get back to
cool.
Molly though, she's in like symphony orchestra.
Like an orchestra.
Like she's
That is
like
a little different.
playing an
than-
instrument.
than-
She's
People play instruments professionally.
It's a little different.
It's
also
definitely
like
different.
a love of music. It makes you warm of heart.
I feel like she's the youngest,
Period.
maybe, of the group.
What are we talking about?
Molly.
Molly.
And I did feel like Corey just being everything that came out of his mouth made me so nauseous and sick to
Disgusting.
my stomach. Well, when I come to your place tonight,
He's
gross.
so cheesy.
Also, he
so
doesn't want to
tacky.
go to her place.
You can touch my
Like-
snake. That's
Oh, it
disgusting.
made me feel so
Ew.
bad though, because I was like, you know, that Molly just like loved the attention. She was a little tipsy, but I was just like, he is not the one. Run from him.
But when
Yeah.
she started crying because she felt bad that she missed her band concert, it hit something in me as a band kid.
But I was gonna say he wasn't being
He was-
mean. I think for him it was like that was the ultimate turn off.
He was
yeah,
like-
yeah, yeah. You could tell the second she started crying, he was
know.
like, I don't
Yeah.
He was like,
care.
"Wait, she's actually a nerd," and I'm like, "Yes, let her be. That's beautiful."
Which we do love. But I do love that Molly is authentically herself.
Well,
Yes.
Southern Charm has a new member in its cast, Charley Manley, and we have her up next to get to know her and ask what we can expect from her and the rest of the cast this season. You started a business, but you didn't expect it to become the head of everything. Now you're doing marketing, customer service, and IT with no support staff. At some point, doing it all becomes the reason nothing gets done. Stop doing everything and turn to Upwork. Instead of spending weeks sorting through random resumes, Upwork Business Plan sends a curated short list of expert talent to your inbox in hours. Trusted, top-rated freelancers vetted for skills and reliability, rehired for businesses like yours. If you're overextended and understaffed, Upwork Business Plus helps you bring in top-quality freelancers fast. Get instant access to the top 1% of talent on Upwork in marketing, design, AI, and more, who are ready to jump in and take work off your plate. Upwork Business Plus takes the hassle out of hiring and the pressure off your team by dropping trusted freelance talent right in your lap. That way, you're never stuck spinning your wheels when you need a skilled pro, and your projects don't stall. When finding great talent feels impossible, it's easy to default into doing everything yourself. But stop doing that and turn to Upwork Business Plus. It sources vets and short list proven experts so you can stop doing it all and delegate with confidence. Right now, when you spend $1,000 on Upwork Business Plus, you'll get $500 in credit. Go to upwork.com/save now and claim the offer before 12/31/25. Again, that's upwork.com/SAVE. Scale smarter with top talent and get $500 in credit. Terms and conditions apply.
We all love a good twist on TV, but when it comes to your home, surprises can be expensive. Many new homeowners face a home system or appliance breakdown in the first year, and fixing something like a heating or cooling system can run into the thousands. American Home Shield can help protect your wallet from unexpected expenses when major systems and appliances break down, like your HVAC, plumbing, electrical, and refrigerator. If they can't repair your covered item, they'll replace it, no matter the age.
AHS home warranties cover what your home insurance doesn't, like the normal wear and tear of the items you rely on the most. Visit ahs.com/viallfiles for 20% off any plan today and see promo details. That's ahs.com/viallfiles for 20% off. See ahs.com/contracts for coverage details, including service fees, limitations, and exclusions.
Ready to spin, deal, and play like a pro? Legends Online Casino has hundreds of games where the action never stops. You've got to check out Legends Online Casino. Legends has hundreds of games to choose from, everything from slots and poker to live tables where you can play roulette, blackjack, and baccarat with real dealers, all from your phone or laptop. Here's the best part. They've got a mega jackpot that you can hit playing any game. It's not tied to a single slot, so every spin or hand gives you a shot at something huge. And the games on Legends have some of the highest return to player rates, which means you're getting some of the best odds out there. Plus, when you sign up today, you can get a 100% match on your first purchase up to $100. Just go to the link in the description and use promo code VIALL. That's LEGENDZ.com, promo code VIALL. Enter, play, spin, and maybe hit that mega jackpot.
Charley, welcome to the show. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are y'all?
We're great. Good. Well, we're excited to see how things kick off with Southern Charm. We watched the first episode last night. It was fun. Oh, it was a fun episode.
It was a fun episode. The preview looked very good for the upcoming season. So
yeah, I know. I can't really speak much on the first episode because I obviously wasn't involved in that one. But yeah.
Well, as a new member of Southern Charm, I guess let's just start with, like, how did you become a part of this cast, and what does it feel like to join a show like Southern Charm that's obviously been around for a long time and has, you know, some pretty established characters?
Yeah, so I've been in Charleston for almost 6 years now. I'm from like a really small town in the upstate of South Carolina, so like I grew up in and around Charleston too. Charleston is such a small town, so I've known all of these people or known of them, like run in the same circles for the past couple of years. They're definitely like big characters, big personalities, but I became really close friends with Sally, like who's in the friend group, and yeah, just like through her was introduced and became closer to the other people in the group. So, I mean, they're definitely an intimidating bunch. They've been friends for a long time. You know, most of them like are a little bit older than I am, but I mean, they're great.
And I guess, how quickly did you expect you and Sally's friendship to crumble as soon as you came onto the show?
Yeah, that was like, I mean, pretty crazy. It's not crumbling. Like, I would say it's just friends fight like they do. And we really have only been friends for a little over a year now, but whenever we started hanging out, we became so close very fast. So I feel like I see her as more of like a sister, and we fight like sisters for sure. Introducing other people to like have an opinion on our fights is definitely new, but yeah.
So who is Charley Manley, and why should, and I'm assuming they should, but like, and I don't want to doubt you, But why should Bravo fans rally around you? And who is a Charley fan?
Man, it sounds like cliche, but I really am like a small town girl from South Carolina. Like, I mean, I an art gallery in Charleston. I've been there for about 3 years now. I love it. Like, Charleston is my home. My entire family is still in my hometown, 3 hours away. Like, I was just there yesterday. Like, I hope that people will find me endearing. I also not like a super confrontational person, which is why this process was like a little difficult for me, but it's definitely helped me like come out of my shell more.
And what was like obviously we see that you and Craig have a little moment. I don't know how long it lasts. I don't know if it's still currently going on today, but what was your impression of Craig going into the show?
I've never like watched Southern Charm, but I have like watched Summer House in the past. So I knew vaguely the ins and outs of, what was put on television of him and his last relationship. And I guess getting to know him like around Charleston, he seemed like a really nice, friendly guy. Whenever I first started hanging out like with the group, I do feel like the two of us gravitated towards each other. I think that we have a lot in common. Yeah, I don't know. Our personalities just kind of like matched whenever we were together, but there is, a lot of fodder online about him and who he is as a person. But I wanted to make that like opinion for myself.
So did you have any opinion on whether we were just debating this? I love them both, but I just don't feel like Craig was responsible for clearing Paige's name once they broke up because, like, I don't know, he seemed like genuinely heartbroken, and she was out there like publicly being, around people, which she's allowed to do, but it also caused speculation. But Vanita, your cast member, spoke very strongly about her opinion about how Craig should handle himself. I was just curious if, as an outsider coming into this group, if you had any opinions about that whole dilemma.
Yeah, I think that I was obviously like trying to form my own opinions like on Craig outside of his breakup. I actually, like, before hanging out with this group, like, had just gotten out of a 3.5, almost 4-year breakup, and I feel like that's kind of how Craig and I really bonded. So in terms of him having to, speak about his ex or like defend his ex after their breakup, I definitely understood where he was coming from, because once I was broken up with my ex, like, I'm done. Like, I'm like, no, like, I don't want anything to do, like, in the best way possible. Like, I don't want anything to do with you anymore. So like, I understand where he was coming from, but I see the other side too. But I think that I, in that moment, understood his side way more.
Who was the most intimidating cast member to film with or to just be around? I feel like it's Madison.
Yeah. Honestly, she is so sweet. I would say that she's probably the person that I know least, like, in this friend group right now. Just because, this entire summer, she's growing her family, like, moving into a new house, like, whatever. I do think that, like, we'll get to know each other more in the future, and I'm excited about it, but she's really intimidating for sure.
Yeah, I feel like I get the vibe from her.
What can we expect? I mean, I know we don't want you to spoil anything or give anything away, but what can we expect this season as a whole from the cast itself, and specifically from you? Like, what can you tease in terms of like your involvement in this season?
Yeah, this season really is exactly like how life normally is in Charleston. For the most part, like, the entire cast is single. Charleston's a very incestual place. Like, everyone's dating everybody. And it's just like that in this friend group too. And then navigating friendships too. That's something that, I wasn't expecting to do, like, I don't know, like, on this scale, but yeah.
I was watching it. I bought my first house when I started to date my wife. And so when I bought the house, Nally moved in. And on one side, I was like, "Oh, thank God, I have someone to share this house with." It was great. On the flip side, Craig is a single man now, and he's a homeowner, and now he's a guy with a little bit of cash, a little bit of money.
Nick wishes he had his bachelor days in his house.
I think Craig's gonna really clean up in his fuckboy era, being like a homeowner. That patio, it's a one thing to be like, come back to my place, and and it's a dirty apartment with no sheets or something. I don't know. But like, it's another thing when he's like, oh, I got this nice backyard.
No,
he's
it's
got
a
this
nice
pool.
house. He's really successful guy, and like he knows what he wants. He just like, just might take him a minute to get there, you know.
Yeah. What are your opinions on Shep?
Oh my gosh, I love Shep, but in like a older brother way.
Okay.
But I love him. I love Shep before 2 a.m. Love him.
Yeah. Right.
You know, we need maybe like a makeover episode where the ladies of Southern Charm come into his apartment and maybe suggest that he takes the
I think he said he moved.
Did he? Did he still have the
so.
baseball caps in his living roroom?
I'm sure he does. I mean, he's on a different house. Like he's in a different house now, but I'm sure it's the same decor.
The man cave.
He hasn't had a housewarming party yet. We'll see.
The next season for sure.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Well, Charley, it was great just kind of getting to know you, and we're excited to watch you this season, and hopefully come back. You know, as the drama unfolds, we'll see if if you need a platform to speak your piece, and really, you know, if you don't like what you saw,
Sure.
and you want to get the word out on the street, think of us. We're here for you.
Last question.
Yeah.
Were you nervous at all seeing the first episode and seeing that our interview with Vanita was in it and was a little bit part of the drama? Did that make you like a little bit nervous to come on?
No, I mean, if anything, I feel like it made me more excited. Like, I do feel like a lot of times, you know, things might not come out the way that you expect them to, or not everything is shown and you want to explain it a little bit better. So I get it. I loved it.
Okay, great. We'll come back when you got to explain something a little bit better.
Charley, we appreciate you taking the time. Congratulations for being a part of the cast of Southern Charm. We're excited to see how your journey unfolds this season. Happy holidays, and we appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Charley.
Yeah.
Well, she seems nice. She seems fun.
so
Certainly
cute.
like
So
an eligible lady for Craig and the other boys to potentially fight over.
Yes, absolutely.
Which is honestly,
That's all we really need.
that's all we really need.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, up next, let's get into some Real Housewives of OC Reunion Part 3. And then Leanne Morgan. You guys are not going to want to miss this interview. I'm sure you know who she is. A hilarious comedian. So funny. Her star is rising. She sits down with me and Natalie. It was a ton of fun to chat with her. So we'll get to that in a moment. But we do have finally Part 3 of the Real Housewives of OC. And it didn't disappoint.
I don't even know whose
Wowza.
side I'm on, to be completely honest.
Me
I was like,
either.
there's just so much information flying by. Like, do I think Tamra Judge is AI making up posts to do things to Gretchen? I don't think that Tamra has the time or the energy. But then I'm also kind of like, there's things that have been around that have said that these posts have been around for years. I don't know. And then we're mad at
All I
Katie.
needed to hear was that Gretchen follows 4,500 people. And at that point, I was like, okay, well, like let's not, you know, when you follow that many accounts, you don't know who you follow, and you've been following, you're pretty liberal with the follow
Like
button.
to Andy said, like she's not seeing 4,500 posts on her feed.
Yeah.
So like,
No.
I do believe that Gretchen probably saw a post that was like John 3:16 or some shit, and then like followed it because
Yeah.
she loves God.
Yeah.
And then it turned out
Post.
dark posts.
Mhm. Yeah.
Also, yeah.
You're-
Andy seemed genuinely annoyed with Tamra. Andy seemed frustrated with this storyline.
I think just like frustrated with where all of this is coming from, because I mean, Tamra does make a good point. She's been on the show for 15 years. Like,
Mhm.
why now all of a sudden when her arch nemesis comes back that all of a sudden she's a security breach and is leaking storylines, and not even like leaking storylines. We're talking like every detail of a season. And I'm like blaming Slade, but then Slade wasn't around or like didn't know that she was going to be on the
Slade
show.
of it all definitely felt like a cop out.
You know?
Where it's like, don't put your fingers at me. Look at Slade.
So that's why it was so hard to follow, because
It's
it
like,
feels
well,
like
Slade's not here.
But it felt like when when Tamra
Also.
would start making a good point, then she would say something and you're like, oh, fuck. And then when Gretchen would start making a good point, then she would say something and you're like, well, Tamra couldn't do that. Like, you know?
Yeah.
You know we love Tamra. Tamra wants to come back on the show. Hopefully Peacock Bravo will let her. But I do have to say, like, if that's your best defense, it's not a very good one.
Yeah.
And I think we have a rapid recap to kick things off.
Well, exciting news. This rapid recap is sponsored by Factor. Most Factor meals only take 2 minutes to heat up in the microwave, so if you missed the most recent episode of The Real Housewives of Orange County, pop in your favorite Factor meal and put a timer on this rapid recap. It'll be ready to serve by the time you're all caught up. All right, it's been long enough. Let's get to those damn Instagram posts. Gretchen made it clear that she's just like Valentina, an ally. However, she admits... Who's Valentina?
It's the TikTok sound. That's like,
Valentina, say ally.
Ally. Oh.
Yeah.
Can you put like in like parentheses like where these are coming from, or like say in this accent, because otherwise I'm just gonna read it and then it comes off. It's like not that good.
it was actually funnier because you said it in a straight tone and then it like played in my head.
It's kind of like ally.
An ally. However, she admits she could have liked stuff in the middle of the night that she didn't read. Tamara claimed Gretchen unfollowed all the hate accounts after she got back from Amsterdam. Gretchen said yes, she did, and it made her realize that she needed to go through the accounts she followed. Heather acknowledged that Gretchen has always been kind to her and her beautiful queer family, but she low-key has heard that Gretchen was sus. But apparently, Gretchen hired a cyber analysis company. She spent thousands of dollars. It claims that the worst post never existed. It was AI and also tied to Tamara. Gina apologizing for ambushing Gretchen. Tamara claims she never was an asshole to Emily, even though she called her Shrek and then said she wasn't successful unless she was on her podcast network. And then, OMG, there were unreleased scenes. Gina couldn't find the receipts about the post and felt bad. Gretchen cries. Then we got to the camera pickups. Katie is gagged. Tamara thinks it's an ambush. Tamara claimed she never talked to bloggers except just being nice. Everyone does that. Katie said, this is true. LOL. But the smoking gun, the blogger knew Shannon was mad she didn't get invited to upfronts. T. According to Tamara, Slade was working overtime and she swears on her children's life that she didn't do it. No one really believed her. Andy is like, what? Heather then went on a gorgeous monologue to say, stop playing Survivor. This is Housewives. It's too meta. Everyone stop. Oh, also to close the Heather improv saga, Gina admitted she finds Heather funny. Love wins.
Eat smart at factormeals.com/NickViall50 off and use code NickViall50 off to get 50% off your first box. Plus free breakfast for 1 year. That is code NickViall50 off at factormeals.com for 50% off your first box. Plus free breakfast for a year. Get delicious, ready to eat meals delivered with Factor. Offer only valid with new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto renewing subscription purchase. I thought, Heather was fantastic in this episode. I mean, she really said all the right things, which is like, it's gotten weird. Like, why has it gotten so dark? Why isn't it just like us bickering about our lives?
Mm-hmm.
The fact that Tamara couldn't understand where Emily was coming from with like, you put Gina in a bad position, as Heather literally says, you sent me that information and I texted you back saying, I want zero part in this. So why did you go to somebody else instead of you yourself going to Gretchen being like, this is what's going on?
And then seeing the unreleased footage at the cake baking night at Tamara's house where Tamara tries to bring it up again and Heather like realizes what she's doing and she's like, nope, I told you I'm not doing this. And she gets up and walks away. It's like so wild to see that these women know like her
what
plan
Tamara's
and know
doing.
that like she's about to drop something off so that one of them will get super mad about it and bring it up the next time they see her, and Tamara doesn't have to do all the work.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, and it's just like icky because the accusations that Tamara is making about Gretchen are like super serious. Like this is like fucked up shit that Gretchen is allegedly liking and saying. And like, but the problem is, it's like whether or not that's true, like, it doesn't matter because that's not what, like, you're not bringing this up because you care. You're bringing this up because you want to go tit for tat. And that's what Heather is saying. And Heather's like, listen, I am like the one that is like actively, like me and my family are like the people that are actively affected by these things. And I don't want to talk about this because I know what you're doing. So it's just like, why?
And again, like, in a question I would love to ask Tamara is the timing of why. Like, the beginning of the season was getting everybody against Katie for being a liar and saying all of these things. But I'm like, if you've been sitting on having Gretchen's post for 2 years, why did we wait until the very end to bring this up versus like that should have been something brought to Heather. And if Heather says she doesn't want to talk about it, then
squash.
Let that be discussed off camera.
Yeah.
But it's like, it was a weird,
because that's a really personal thing.
Also,
and now you're
Tamara being like, I forgot all about it until I saw Gretchen and she like joined our group and it all just felt like very performative. I don't know.
And that's what's so weird is because Tamara's also the one that brought up the naked, wasted rumors and everything going on and the Kiki Monique of it also. It's just kind of like you put yourself in this position because she said during this reunion when they were like, it's a bad look what you're doing to Gretchen. And she's like, yeah, it's a bad look to be accused of being drugged. But I'm like, you're the one that brought this to the forefront.
Right.
So
also,
that's what
and then like Tamara's only defense is like she's never done this before, but like Gretchen's been off for so long, and this is the first time in a long time that Gretchen's back, and maybe it just like instigated something in Tamara that made her do something she's never done before.
And also, like, the way that man was phrasing the things that he knew about the season sounded so from Tamara's mouth. The like, Tamara had a confrontation with Slade and Gretchen, but she took the high road and she walked away. Like, Slade isn't saying
That's
that.
not coming from Slade.
That's not coming from Gretchen. No one's going to say Tamara took a high road besides Tamara.
I don't know. I'll give her like 2% of the benefit of the doubt that any blogger could like do that. You know what I mean? Like bloggers will jump at any moment to be like, well, I was talking to so-and-so and like they said this. And like we see everything unfold on the internet.
Again, but they wouldn't have known anything that happened unless someone from the inside told them, and no one else from that group, no Gretchen, no Gina, no Katie, would have framed that sentence in that way.
Justin, do you think a blogger would be savvy enough to get some tea and then reframe the tea so that it looked like it potentially came from a housewife that it
100%. If that gives them a potential Kiki Monique moment, 100%. Like, I think we've had bloggers on these shows before, like, say things in a way to, like, make it a storyline so that then now, look at it. They've been in 2 minutes of OC and a finale, and now they're talked about on the reunion.
But this person isn't even mentioned by name. No one knows who this person is, so they're not gaining anything.
But people want their 2 seconds of, like, exposure with the shows they love. So, like, I think they, like, the 2% of me is like, there is a world where, I mean, we know half the storylines by the time the show already airs.
I think what really stands out to me is the whole like Shannon being upset about upfronts because like that wasn't something like it
wasn't even on the season.
That wasn't on the season. That wasn't even something that would have been a
storyline between them that just like happened. They just happened to have cameras rolling. So do you think it's like someone in crew?
But that's the other thing too, where I was like, the call is absolutely coming from inside the house, but I'm like, why are we acting like that there's not an entire group of people that are not on camera that could also be having these conversations that do know everything? I'm not saying like I don't want to like blame production, but I'm just saying that I'm like, I do feel bad for Tamara in a way that I'm just like, for her professional career, this is what she does.
That is true.
And the thing is, out of course, she's a professional.
Hundreds of people who work on them. Like back in, like Bachelor franchise, there's always been like spoilers and things like that. And spoilers were always kind of a bigger deal then because it was like, are they engaged? Who's dating? Things like that. It's a little different than like, say, like housewife storylines.
Right.
And it would never come from cast. It, like a lot of people, like you have an art department, you have sound. There's like hundreds of people that kind of like work in the shadows. They're behind the scenes. They're like, you don't really notice that they're even there. And some of them are big fucking fans. Like, I mean, Nelly and I have worked on shows where you find out that someone like infiltrates and you realize that they're just a diehard fan. It's like that stuff happens.
There's PAs,
and those are often the leaks.
I was going to say, even temporary people that are just like working on this season, but maybe just work through the network, but not actually like dedicated to a show. Hair and makeup loves to gossip.
Yep.
I'm just like, there's so many people that are also closely knit to these people that could very well have been there.
Yeah.
I just think back to how like I knew Lindsay Hubbard was pregnant, like way before it was even like in the blogs.
We
like,
thought you were crazy for that when you said it
and
originally.
It's just like people notice things and you see things online and it's like even fans that are at these events like that didn't sign releases, like they're like in the background saying who knows what to who.
Overhearing things, even as the video of Shep freaking out in the lobby of a hotel where it's like he doesn't know he's being recorded and someone's recording him saying that Paige and Craig's relationship was a sham.
And like they didn't sign a release to not like release that or talk about
it. So I'm like, I think when
I mean, it definitely could be production or, someone setting up Tamara.
Someone who worked on the show that's a fan of the show and was like, oh my God, let me tell you everything that I heard.
I think both could be a little true. I think Tamara could be behind some of the Gretchen accusations in a way that's like a little messy and a little dirty and wrong. Like the screenshot stuff, it's like, oh, all you can find is a screenshot.
Yeah.
I could see a world, and this is total speculation. This is me just like fan theory. But like, yeah, I could see production being like, that's kind of fucked. And like almost like, you know what? Let's let's change the narrative. Because I think, like, again, Andy seemed irritated. He seemed like he was defending Gretchen. Like, it's kind of a very icky scandal to, like, again, as Shannon said, like, it's potentially life ruining, right? So I think there's a bit of a misdirect here. We end the season with Shannon getting most of the heat. Like, in a way, without really stating it, there was a little bit of, like, the focus really shockingly wasn't on Gretchen this episode. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was more on Tamra.
100%.
And I think without absolving Gretchen, because, like, no one really knows where this came from, so there's no, like, clear, like, well, you've been absolved. I think it kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense. The production was like, let's take the light off of this very dark accusation and let's make it about leaking storylines. And that kind of makes sense.
Because it also did kind of make the like end of it. That's what I said. Where I was like, I don't really know where I leave on this reunion. I don't know who I believe or what I believe. But it's like at the end of the day, I'm not like bogged down with like, oh my God, that was so dark. How are we going to come back next season? I'm like, I'm ready for next season.
I'm ready to like move on from. It's just like confusing, and I'm ready to move on. I think is what and like
bring on Vicky Gunvalson.
Gunvalson.
Well, bring on
You're
Vicky
gonna have to learn how to say her name.
We are excited for her return.
Yes, she's not going to put up with any of this. Just so we know,
No,
the queen is going to come. Huh?
I said I can't wait. I think it's
I want to get her
move.
in the studio.
Oh yes.
Why was she taking?
We gotta get her a Chinese chicken salad when she comes.
I don't know that she, Justin.
I mean,
definitely put on pause.
She was definitely put on pause, but
wasn't she? She was a friend last season, right? Of Shannon occasionally.
All I'm saying is she's wanted this for a while now. From what I've heard, from like her not being a part of this franchise is not from Vicky's doing. Like she was put on pause. She was like, I don't know, but I was just curious if anyone knew why.
I mean, I do know that like Vicky has done some interviews, even like the housewife one or the reality TV one, where she has a complicated relationship with the network because.
But that was post.
It was post, but like because she filmed events of her life that she regretted filming, and then also like I think at one point she was a friend of, but wanted to be full time maybe, and then ultimately she just didn't return.
She went a little rogue.
I don't know if rogue's the right word because she did the interviews when she wasn't on Bravo, so like
I don't know.
I think it's complicated. I think there's a back and forth between the network and her, and I think they just finally reached like an agreement where they respect each other.
And then I know she didn't come back too with like Tamra was gone as well, but. She was featured in last season.
Yeah, because she was Shannon's friend with the Alexis stuff.
I think they did the right choice because she literally she started Housewives. Housewives started with OC and she was the original cast.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible.
No, it's 20 years of Housewives.
20 years of Housewives.
All in all, good season.
Yeah, she was demoted from full-time cast member to a friend in 2019, then left the show entirely in 2020. The network's decision was based on a desire to freshen up the show, often referred to as bringing in newer blood. So they didn't ask her back. And then she was just like, I'm not coming back.
Well, then she came. That's what I was saying. It was a back and forth.
Yeah.
Well, she's back now, and we're excited. All right, it's time to laugh. We got Leanne Morgan. If you don't know who she is, well, you've been living under a rock. And if you do, I know you're very excited to hear this interview. She's hilarious. We love her. Enjoy yourself.
Leanne Morgan, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
No.
We go way back. And by we, I mean...
We, with you.
I don't know. I started the show in 2019. I don't know when your first special came out.
April 2023. There was one before that, but I don't like my hair color. That was on Dry Bar. Bar special. The Netflix was in 2023.
Maybe it seems like so long ago because we've wanted you on for so long. It just seems like we couldn't get you fast enough. But I remember when my wife called me, she was, I think, visiting your sister.
I was in Savannah visiting my sister.
She doesn't know. She rarely does this, and she was like, "You must get Leanne Morgan on."
We had just finished her special, and we were in her bed, kicking our feet, giggling, and I was like, "We need her on the show. We gotta get her."
And then I tuned it on. I'm like, you made me laugh too. And I don't even know if I'm your target demo.
You are.
Anyways,
I do have a lot of women, but now that I have a television series, I've gotten a lot more men because men love my television series.
You're like, your star is blowing up.
Well,
it's
I
great.
don't feel like it.
No?
No. I mean, I'm busy and I'm tired and I get to do a lot of nifty things, but I still go home and start putting in a load of wash.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a grandmother. Mm-hmm. So I'm, taking care. I want to take care of your baby.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk to y'all, but I'd also want to take care of that baby.
Right.
So I still am grandmama and
I love
mama.
Are you having so much fun being a grandma?
I don't even know. Yeah, I mean, y'all won't know until you have them. It's, and I'm in love with my children. It's a different love. It's a different kind of love. It's not better. It's a different kind of, and it is magical.
I know.
It's magical.
I gave my mom her first. And so, therefore, I think I'm the favorite child. Is your son who gave you your two? Is he your favorite right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but these girls, God love these girls. They tend to me and take care of girls, take care of you. But that boy was my first. Yummy. Be cute in his pants like this one.
Got to get him
sweet
some.
spirit.
I love my mom too.
Sweet spirit.
Yeah.
I can tell he's a sweet spirit.
Yeah.
And he had these two babies and they want more. And but my daughters are aunts and loony. I mean, we're all loony. And I just sit and look for toys and buy shirts with dinosaurs on it.
You do?
And I buy big plastic dinosaurs from China. And they fight each other with them. They like
Is your house like full of toys? The fun grandma house?
Yeah. And I let them do whatever they want to.
Isn't it crazy how you talk about this in your special? You were stay-at-home mama. You raised all them babies. Your husband was gone working. And now look at you. You're gone. You're working. You're traveling the world
for 25 years. But I got to raise them, and I was always doing comedy. But I mean, there were times I couldn't get arrested. Nobody cared. But I always got to take them to school, pick them up, and Chuck would take care of them on the weekends so that I could go. Yeah, but it is. I can now. They don't need me like they used to, and we're all having a ball. Having a ball.
That gets to a point where they don't need you.
Well. They need me. They don't think they do. And you've got an adult parent. That's a whole different thing. Because you can't really tell them what to do. You have to just
true.
Let them figure it out themselves. But it's awful. Because you want to stay up in their business.
Well, I got in her crib last night to put her to sleep. And I thought to myself, her husband's going to have to kick me out of her bed because I'm not ever going to get out.
I know.
He's going to have to sleep train her. I'm not doing it.
They have a special bond. It's very sweet.
That baby's yummy.
She is yummy.
Okay. Y'all exercise?
No.
Yeah.
Well, he does. I don't really.
I've been I've exercised the least lately.
Because you're working all the time.
I'm working.
I'm
a dad. I'm busy.
Yeah.
I could be a little bit more disciplined. You've been doing Pilates.
Yeah, like once every couple of weeks. I try to get into a class.
I've never been on a reformer. I did mat Pilates when little Joseph, that little man that invented it. You could do it on a mat. And I did it in San Antonio twice a week. It was $60 a month while my kids took swim lessons. And I built myself a natural girdle. And then I came back to Knoxville and they had the reformers, but it was like $1,500 a month. And I couldn't afford it. So my girdle snapped. And I thought, I hate to say that in front of a good looking man, but there was stuff hanging out of my panties. I didn't know what happened. And it was, they said, Pilates builds you a natural girdle. And then if you stop, and I had to stop because I couldn't. That was the only Pilates.
What was that cleanup like?
At the time?
Rough. Took a long time.
But I would like to do reformer Pilates because that's what all the Hollywood girls are doing.
They are.
I did look into a class when I was shooting my series, and somebody to come to my house and train me personally, and it was a lot. So I didn't do it.
Wow, a personal trainer?
I don't like a real Pilates girl that people know and stuff. Somebody famous told me get her, and I was like, okay. Right. I didn't, because I don't do that. I'm pretty normal. I'm 60. This happened to me late in life. So
you're 60?
I just turned 60 October the 3rd.
What did you do for your 60th birthday?
We went to the beach and took those babies and all my children.
Delish.
And they got me, we had hamburgers and hot dogs and baked beans because I knew they would love that for my birthday meal. And then, because they're 2 and 5, and then my kids bought me 2 birthday cakes from Publix. And I stood at the kitchen counter and ate them with a fork in my bathing suit. And I hate to say this in front of you, but a Lands' End swim dress that was about 10 years old.
We
But
haven't
I've
got-
always loved
This
it.
sounds
Right.
nice.
It does. It sounds nice. A swim
I had
dress.
a ball. It was one
It
of the
was
best
like a prom
birthdays.
dress, but it's like neoprene, so you can get it
Yeah,
wet and it dries.
and it's comfortable. And
Yeah.
who am I trying to impress? So I had a ball. It was one of the best birthdays I've ever had.
Did
we
you
just
have to-
stayed inside with toddlers? You don't
You
take them
can't go
anywhere.
out. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't leave. They're feral. Did you cook anything? Did you have to cook the baked
I
beans?
didn't. My kids all cooked.
That's nice. That's
Mhm.
nice. What did Chuck get you for your birthday?
Okay, y'all. That Chuck Morgan. This is the wedding ring that he bought me when I turned 50 to upgrade my wedding ring. And what he bought me when we were young and didn't have any money was a beautiful ring. But he got me this one. Okay, he brought out the old one and had a jeweler design it so that it doesn't look like a wedding ring, but I can wear it on this side. So it's got my old wedding ring, but in a new
Setting.
and got this.
Who gave him that
I know.
idea? Genius.
Nobody. He did it. He's very sentimental about gifts. and
Has
a
he
gift-
stepped up
good
his
gift giver.
game
Mhm.
since
He's a
you've
good
really?
gift giver.
Has he
He's
always been?
He's always
He's
been
always
a good
been.
gift giver.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's tight. We've been on a budget. In that Netflix special, when I said I drove a Honda Pilot for 10 years that had lights flashing in it, I did. So he's very frugal, but he has always taken wonderful care of us and had us on a budget that we probably didn't even have to be on. But I tell people now we've got commodes at work and we're doing so much better,
Wow.
because he just has always been on a budget. But yeah, he's always been a good gift giver.
Wow.
Even through thin and thick and all that and young, he always got me beautiful gifts.
Are you good?
Oh, y'all, I'll get like a khaki pant.
And like a tie.
Well, it's hard
set.
for a man,
It is. It is.
But I did get him pilot lessons to
Oh,
fly a plane. And
is he good at
that.
receiving gifts, or is he kind of like?
He goes, I don't need anything.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. But I do think he likes to be thought of. He loves a card. And he wants you to take time to pick out a card and say, I don't care about a card. And he'll give me a card, but I'd rather him write me a letter.
Like
But
a love letter.
he'll get a Hallmark that somebody else wrote.
Right.
And it'll
And then
be-
put love Chuck.
Yeah, and it love Chuck. It'll be appropriate what was
Right.
said in it. But I'd like to hear it from him.
Right.
No,
of course.
He will take the time to pick out the right
he'll
card.
stay in a Walgreens for 4 hours, get hyper focused.
Do you save all your cards or do you throw them in the trash?
No, he does. He saves all of his cards. I'm really not a sentimental person. I love
What did you do
cards.
with your baby's teeth and their hair?
We just found all their teeth and hair. He had saved them. When we just moved out of the house that we raised our children in, which I did cry. I
Oh,
was
I
sentimental
bet.
over that. I cried for 2 weeks like somebody died.
Mm-hmm.
But now my 32-year-old's living in it while he and his wife renovate their house, so that helped me.
That's nice.
But yeah, we've got their teeth. Chuck, he had all these little teeth and these casts where they, and he's got them sitting out.
It's kind of gross.
Sitting out?
It is kind of gross.
Kind of gross.
My mom has like a jar in her dresser that I found once when I was a little too young to find a big
If the
jar of
wrong
teeth.
person walked into that house and saw that jar, they're like serial killer.
Serial
Yeah.
killer.
These are trophies.
All
Yeah.
right, where were you raised in Alabama?
Auburn.
And oh yeah, you told me that, my darling. Did you know
Mhm.
that I did the CMAs last night, and Alabama is very represented in country music
Oh yeah.
right now.
Oh yeah.
Ella Langley.
Mm-hmm.
Riley
Riley Green. Mm-hmm.
Friend of show.
We've had Riley Green on before.
Okay,
Yeah.
I flirted with
Yeah.
Riley Green in a
That tracks.
biblical way
Of course.
last night. It was in the script, and I made over him. And but I had met him on the Today Show. He is beautiful,
Yeah.
Yeah. Very tall.
very tall,
But also beautiful.
Shabuzi.
Yes.
It's as big as a Titan
Yeah.
football player. Did he ever play for the Titans? I've never seen as big a man.
It's wild.
Shabuzi.
Yeah, he is. He is.
I
There's a lot
just
of-
got one little picture with him. He had an entourage.
Oh.
I don't have an entourage.
You must have looked so little next to him.
I did. But then I dressed, the whole bit that I did was with Lainey Wilson, and I pitched it, and I thought, oh, if this doesn't go over, I'm in deep doo-doo. But I said, what if I came out and looked like Lainey Wilson in those bell bottoms,
Mm-hmm.
like living through her, so they
With
made
that
us
big old
outfits
booty.
the same.
Mhm,
And I
mhm.
got a big booty.
Mm-hmm.
And so we all came out and were like each other, and then we did a little something, and then I flirted with Riley Green. But it was wonderful. Have y'all ever been to the CMAs? When you're in the Bridgestone and you watch those performances, Y'all gotta go.
We gotta go.
They would want y'all
Can we
to
be
on
your plus
stage.
ones next year?
Yes.
Okay.
They would
I don't
want
think
y'all
we
to
were
be
invited.
there.
We weren't
Yeah.
invited.
Oh my gosh, it
Mm-mm.
was wonderful.
Mm-mm.
Do you like
Wow.
country music?
My wife got me onto it. Yeah,
I
I went.
did.
I didn't before, but she took me to Stagecoach a few years back, and it's it's like it's a good family event.
Oh.
It was my charity work of the year.
So Stagecoach isn't like that Sodom and Gomorrah Coachella.
No,
No, it's a little. I mean,
the
it's
same
still a
place.
party. It's still a party, but
Yeah.
it's a little more. You feel more
A
community.
little bit more wholesome.
Yeah.
Less drugs.
And
I
then
bet.
Coachella, it's like people are escaping their parents and like they're sinning.
Doing
They're
God
sinning.
knows
Yeah.
what,
A lot of
sinning.
sinning.
My middle child went to Coachella, but she's a good girl, and I don't think she did any kind of ayahuasca. But I do think country music. I'm a R&B gal, but I do love country music because I was raised near here.
Like Keith
but,
Sweat, little Keith Sweat.
I do like Little Keith Sweat,
Okay.
but I was I'm 60, so it was Earth, Wind and Fire, Rick James, Prince. Yeah, I was clubbing,
Hall and Oates.
sinning, clubbing and sinning in the 80s. I've been washing the blood now, but I was and a lot of Prince.
When was the last time you smoked a cigarette?
I was 26 years old.
Remember it clear as day.
Oh, loved them. Loved them. And I want all the young people, it's nasty and terrible, and you won't be able to walk to the mailbox. Don't do it.
Don't do
But
it.
it was fun before we all knew. It was a good time. It was a good Marlboro Light.
No, you, I feel like, are one of the only women that I know that finishes your end of the deal, that you hold up your end of the deal with your husband. And you promise things and you deliver, regardless of what you've done that day. You talk about how you've been working all day and he's been back at that hotel resting, and you get back and you're like, I know I'm going to have to do
Nasty
terrible,
things.
disgusting things.
Because, and I probably
And
don't
you
do
do it.
them as much as I should. But really, men are simple, and when I don't mean not smart.
Golden Retrievers.
But I think if Chuck Morgan can smell something cooking in the oven, if I pour bleach in a guest bathroom, and he thinks I've been cleaning,
Yeah.
and then that's how men show love. I think Dr. Phil maybe said that, or maybe it was Judy, that woman that who was that real hateful woman on the radio that would cut everybody off? Anyway, she said that. She said, "Men, that's all men need, really, to feel loved," and it's true. But I don't do like I should all the time.
Well, you seem like you do more than most.
Well, maybe.
And
Chuck's had a lot of testosterone. He's in
Good
mobile
for
home
him.
sales. I think men in sales have got a lot of testosterone.
I used to be in sales.
And I think men that are achievers and driven. Chuck's very driven.
We got the panel, and apparently my tea is teeing.
Oh, we did. We had all of our workups done trying to have another baby, and his testosterone was
Good.
the highest. They were like way above average. Way,
Hallelujah, honey.
Almost.
Because men have just dropped to nothing. Oh, good for you.
Apparently.
Young men have dropped to nothing.
Do your babies tell you famous people they want to meet, and then you make it happen?
Not often, but like everybody wanted to go see the Jonas Brothers, and I was in a movie with little Nick Jonas, so we got to.
That's exciting.
Yeah,
That's
he's
a flex.
A doll. So
Wow.
they all screamed because they went to see them. When they had on Cheetah Limited 2 outfits.
Anyone want to meet Reese Witherspoon? Because I would have been excited. You played her big sister.
Yes, and Tess, of course, is my makeup artist, my baby, and she got to be with Reese a lot. And they've all met her now. She's a doll. I don't think they got to meet Will Ferrell. I don't think Tess did because she's always with me. But the other one, see, my middle one's in nonprofit. She doesn't get to do anything. And then my boy, because he's got babies, they don't get to do anything.
Nothing.
But he's going to go and see the Meat Eaters podcast. And he's going to go see that podcast. And my agent's got him tickets. So they do ask for, here and there, but not a lot.
The Meat Eaters.
Nobody can do anything because everybody's got a bunch of babies and trying to work.
That's true. I know. That's true.
I begged them to all quit their job.
They won't.
No.
Well,
their daddy doesn't want them to, but I want them to so they can be with me.
This episode's coming out right before Thanksgiving. What are your Thanksgiving traditions?
Well, now everybody's coming to my house, but it used to be going to my little mom and daddy's house. I was raised in the country. 35 miles from here on the Kentucky-Tennessee border in a town of 500 people
Mm.
that grows dark fire tobacco. So let me say to your audience, I know y'all got a big one, this accent's real. And
People
I don't
think
know,
it's
why would I
fake.
fake this?
People think
People
your
go,
haters
she's
think it's
putting
fake.
on. And I'm like, have you ever grown tobacco?
Mm.
But anyway, my people are meat people. My mom and daddy had a meat processing plant and a farm, and that's how they put us through school. And so there was always a lot of meat. Everybody.
So
ate a
you
lot of
weren't a
pork.
vegetarian growing up.
I was when they opened up that meat processing plant from 6th grade until I went to the University of Tennessee because I could not take that
Yeah.
smell. And then I got away and started eating pizza at the cafeteria. Because, see, I was a little rural kid. We didn't have delivery or anything like that. And so they were like, let's deliver pizza to our dorm room. And I was like, what? So, and then I started eating pepperoni and stuff and cheeseburgers because I got away from it. But I was a vegetarian from
You were.
from 6th grade on.
Now, were your parents like, how dare you? Or were they like, we
no,
understand?
honey, no, they love a good pinto bean. We also had a garden, country people.
Yeah.
So mama had a bunch of vegetables. Nobody cared. Yeah, we could do whatever I wanted to. My sister ate a bunch of steak and Oreos and Red Hots.
That's a great combo. Is she okay today? Or?
She's okay.
Okay.
Made a
Just
tall
checking
Steak
on
with
her.
a side of Oreos is crazy.
And Red Hots.
And Red Hots. All of her school pictures, her teeth would be red. But they would make over me and go, look at Leanne. She eats pinto beans. And I'd be like, they bragged on me by eating pinto beans. And I was proud of that. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. Did you mash them up and make them like refried beans on Taco Tuesday?
No, I like to whole pinto.
You like the whole
I
pinto?
did. With a little pork fat. I mean, I guess mama put pork fat in them. I played all sports in my high school. Loved sports all through middle school and high school. And she would have pinto beans in the oven that were cold. And I would eat them as a snack when I got home from basketball. Is that not twisted? Y'all should see my legs. I was beautiful. I just ran all day. We didn't have cable. I ran all day playing ball and then would eat pinto beans as a snack. I looked like a movie star. Thank God I didn't know it.
Yeah. Thank God there was an Instagram. You would have been way famous.
I would have been, it would have been terrible. And also, I think, it's no telling what I would have done for boys. I've always loved boys. And I say this now that I'm an actor, they say. I don't feel like that. But in LA, I thought if I tried to make it in Hollywood at 20 and the pressure that's put on those, I say all the time, I would be on dope. If I were in Hollywood at 20, I would be on dope, trying to cope with all that. And thank the Lord, there was not Instagram and all that, because I think I would have Snapchatted. I think I would have.
You think?
I do. I love men.
That's how we met.
Yeah. Well, on Instagram. But yeah.
A sweet message. I read that. About y'all. But yeah, I probably would have done worse. I don't know. Because I was pretty fun.
So everybody's coming to your house for turkey and pinto beans.
Yeah, and I like to have a turkey. I
do.
do like to have a turkey, and we call it dressing. We don't call it stuffing.
No, yeah,
we call it
dressing,
dressing.
yeah.
And then we always have a ham.
Very traditional.
Green bean casserole
Yes, green
out of
bean
the
casserole
cans
with the
with
yes,
Frenchies
with the
spread.
French.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the dish that I bring every year to Thanksgiving. And, it just doesn't change. 3 ingredients, the easiest thing you could do.
How do you do yours, my darling?
Oh, canned beans, canned cream of mushroom.
And then just top it with the crispy onions.
Yes, I do. That's it.
What did you think about this food when you got down here in the South?
I'm not a side guy.
No. Listen.
You don't like sides?
Leanne, he came. No.
I got redeemed. It's, whatever.
He
You
came
tell
to our family Thanksgiving, and my sweet grandmother, rest her soul, Betty Sue, she is very serious
This is when I
about
met
her
the
dressing.
family.
She's very serious about Thanksgiving and everyone bringing their own dish and everybody trying everything that everybody brings. So I brought Nick, first time he's meeting the family, and I said, well, you got to make something, that's a good, what you going to make? He said he was going to make.
No. I was at your sister asked me. You nominated meatball. I make really good meatballs. One of the few things. One of the many things I make that are delicious.
Meatballs. And so my sweet grandmother was like, oh, oh,
She nominated me. This
that's
is an
not
important
really
note.
Thanksgiving, but sure. And then we all sat down, and the only thing that Nick ate for Thanksgiving supper was his meatballs.
I'm not a turkey guy.
You know,
Heartbroken.
It's
She's
not
looking at-
that great.
she's
It's
looking-
not. I mean, turkey's not my favorite. But if you butter it up good, and you get through it.
You put it in a
no
Hawaiian
one,
roll?
because this is a traditional family who likes their traditional Thanksgiving, no one was fucking with my meatballs. So I was like, I slaved away this morning on all these meatballs. Her brother-in-law came over, was in town for dinner. And wouldn't you know it,
like a month ago.
I'm making meatballs. And John sat down, the doctor, sophisticated man that he is, and like took a bite, and it literally took his breath away.
Well, don't you know that he was thrilled with your meatballs?
Oh,
And
yeah. He told him he
like,
should have
I've
made him for
never had
Thanksgiving.
meatballs like this. You have to make this for us sometime. And I almost lost my mind. I was like, John, 3 years ago, I made the exact same dish and no one touched it.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Do you use different kind of meats in your meatball?
just Italian sausage and beef.
Italian sausage and beef.
Yeah. Lots of garlic and onions and parsley and oregano and some eggs and some breadcrumbs and some olive oil. And then I make a homemade tomato sauce and I kind of cook it all together.
Are your people Italian?
No,
What are your people?
really English,
English.
Very
mine are
Catholic.
Swedish. Yeah. I have 10 siblings.
I read that.
Yeah.
His mama had 11
Where-
babies.
11 babies. Where are you in that ordinal positioning?
I am the oldest boy, second oldest.
Second oldest.
Yeah.
Did they think you're a movie star? I mean, is everybody tickled with you? Are they as pretty as you? All these children.
Why are you looking at me?
Of course. Yeah, I don't know. Sure. We have a beautiful family. My parents have a beautiful
Everybody's
family. I think
That's a wild.
Yeah, I
bunch
don't
to
think
have
they're-
that many
I-
kids.
they didn't lose themselves. They
don't care,
They're,
yeah.
they're totally happy for me and happy for us, and I think they appreciate some of the things that every once in a while, especially my parents. I take care. My parents take care of us. We take care of them.
Sweet.
So that's nice to be able to do. But other than that, I don't. They're not asking the insider questions. They don't.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, they'll see me on TV and they'll call me up and be like, "Why didn't you tell me you did this thing?" I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Did you, since your daughter is your makeup artist, she comes with you everywhere. She's on tour with you.
Uh-huh.
She went to the CMAs.
Uh-huh.
And has there been a moment where you go, wipe this off my face and do something else? This is not what I wanted.
No.
Are y'all ever fighting over your look?
We are fighting over my look. We're fighting over somebody rolling their eyes. It's hard being on the road with your baby because I do like turn into boss, and then she wants her mama.
Yeah.
And so that we do have some conflict there. And also, I mean, she wants to marry and have babies. And it's really brutal. My touring, just signed another 200 city tour. And so she can't have a normal life. And so lately we've been like, she'll do the series with me for sure because she can get her union. She's almost got that union, which is a crazy big deal to get your union in LA with
SAG,
that.
yeah.
SAG.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And so she needs that. And so she'll do that with me and live out there with me. But I have told her, you don't have to do this because she has taken care of me just like she's done like bodyguard. I mean, she's smart. She's got common sense. She takes care of a lot of other things besides makeup and hair. And I've really relied on her. And that may be too much. And so I've said, you don't have to do this. I can find people that can tend to me and take care of me on tour. I can get a tour manager, and I've got somebody that tours with me. But I said, I want you to marry and have babies. That's my girls want baby. My children we're about babies.
Yeah.
We're about babies and dogs and eating and doing and everybody together. And I want her to have that. And I don't want her to wake up and
But
her her young adulthood gone because she
how
was with her
sad would
mama.
it be? You have someone else with you along the ride.
I know.
not
And honey,
her.
it would be because there's nothing like having your own daughter. And we laugh and we have a good time. We fun.
Yeah.
She wants to slap my teeth out. She gets tired of me, and I probably put demands on her because I'm tired and I have to turn into this boss.
Is she quick to be like, Mom, no.
Like, does she put you in your place?
Yes, she does. She's
She
the
does.
baby, and she runs our family, and she puts me in my
Love
place. But I need her to, and I get it. And she is smart in my business, and has got sense. She really does. And everybody thinks she needs to be a stand-up. She's really funny, but she just has no desire.
Really?
And I think if you want to be a stand-up, that's something that's got to burn in your soul, because it is so hard and bad, and so many no's and disappointments. That she doesn't need to be, nobody needs to push her in that if she doesn't want to do that. Now, she could have her own makeup line. People have talked to her about that, because I've got this fan base, that love her and want to see her. But she's really doesn't want to be out there. And then my middle child's in nonprofit, and she she just moved to New York and works for the food bank for New York, and is the middle child, and kind of gets lost in the, and doesn't care about money, doing
the Lord's work.
Yes. And she does not, the baby's bougie.
Yeah.
The baby is bougie.
So is my wife. She's the
I'm
baby.
the baby, and
She's
I'm bougie.
You like nice things. Tess likes nice things. Maggie barely has shoes, doesn't care.
Yeah. That's my sister.
And then my boy, he likes a good fishing pole. And he's an outdoorsman, and and wants these children to have a college fund. So that's what he cares about. But the baby, is very, but everybody, and they love her, and they go, she needs to be a stand-up, but she don't want to do it.
Does she help you write any of your stuff? Do you run it by her?
She has said, what about this? Or like if there's a script for something, what about this? And okay, I got to tell y'all, Tim Daly plays my love interest in the series, plays Agent Andrew, and he is a doll. And he was in the makeup room one day, and he was saying, I played David Koresh on ABC. And Tess, he's beautiful. Tess looked at him. He's 69. She goes, if you were a cult leader, I would wear a bonnet and never speak to my family again. And Tim Daly bent over, laughing so hard. So she's very witty. And they've taken things that she said and put them in the script.
Wow. That's crazy. That's
But
crazy.
she loves being a makeup artist. And she's in there with all those middle-aged women. And she said, that's my demo.
Did you have a say in your love interest?
No,
He is handsome.
they cast him. And let me tell you, you ought to see him in person. And you talking about somebody who has drank some green juice and has not eaten white flour.
Yeah.
And he is stunning. He's married to Taya Leone, who we're in love with. She's beautiful and a girl's girl. And just, Leanne, have you ever tried Guinness? It's pretty good. It's like dessert. And I tried Guinness. Little Taya Leone drinks Guinness.
The beer?
Yeah.
Oh.
I know. I'm not.
It's like coffee. It has a coffee taste to it.
It's kind of got a dessert taste to it. And they wanted me to sip it with that little boy on the Guinness show, on the Guinness family on Netflix. That little boy. I say that. He's a grown man, but he looked like I could have birthed him. But anyway, Taya Leone's very girl's girl, kind of, no makeup, darling. But Tim Daly, beautiful.
Stunning.
And I could just, and such a good actor that he told me he loved me in the series. And I thought, for a minute, oh no, Tim Daly loves me. How am I going to tell Chuck? Wonderful.
I love you too.
I love you too, Agent Andrew. Darling. Darling. He's got a beautiful head of hair.
Wow.
I know. Thin. Looks good on TV. When I first saw my butt on TV, I thought, whose butt is that?
Are you watching it? Are you watching it back?
No, I don't like to watch myself. I watched it one time.
The TV show?
But I sat and held my knees and grit my teeth. But then after I got into it, I thought, okay, pretty good. Pretty good. And, I tell people, I go, please keep watching it. 16 episodes the first season. My butt gets smaller and my acting gets better. That first 3 weeks, 3 episodes, I was like a deer in a headlight.
Were you nervous?
It is so much to learn.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you got a set of 250 people on a crew that are expecting you to do well so they have a job. The whole thing, I just want to cry and pack up and go home. But then I settled into it. I tell you, I'll drop this name. Jerry Seinfeld, that doll, has been kind of mentoring me. His wife reached out to me. I'd met her somewhere and she said, can Jerry call you? And he said, I want to tell you what this is going to be like because I've been through it.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, you are the person, they built this around you, Leanne. You're the one that can entertain people on a stage for an hour and make them laugh. Remember that. You've got wonderful writers and they know how to arc a story, and do all that, but you're the star. So you go in that every week and say, I wouldn't say that. I would say this. So at first I was trying to get my feet under me. And then after a few episodes, I was like, okay, if y'all give me the script, I'll tell you how we really talk in Tennessee. This is really what we'd say. We don't use that mayonnaise. We don't
do
use
not
Miracle Whip.
use-
Y'all probably did. We in
we're
Midwest.
mayonnaise. I don't like mayonnaise, but the
your
family eats
people-
mayonnaise. We're not whip. We're mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise. Oh,
Yeah.
good, baby.
Are you Dukes or Hellmann's?
I like a Dukes.
Mm.
But
So
I'm
does your
not,
dad.
I don't hate on the Elmans.
Okay.
I've never met a mayonnaise I didn't like.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had to get that little detail and all that. 'cause
That
they
must
just
have
didn't
been
know.
kind of cool. Like Jerry Seinfeld kind of like picked you in a way. Like, what do you think he saw in you? Maybe did he tell you?
He did. I mean, he's been so precious to me. And he just said, Leanne, I think you're very unique. And I think you've got a point of view that we haven't seen. And it's very different. He thinks I'm a good storyteller and all that.
And he offered you his time. Wow.
And he'll call me. He loves talking about comedy. That's all he cares about. So he just likes to be with comics. He's a billionaire. He could be sitting up in the Hamptons with a bunch of hoop-de-doo people. He don't want to be. I mean, I'm sure he enjoys them, but he wants to be with comics. And he just wants to talk about stand-up. And he said, if there's a fallout in Las Vegas or somewhere and they'll say, Jerry, so-and-so can't show up. Do you want to do it? He goes, I'll fly and do it. I want to be on stage every night. He just loves it. But he did that with Nate Bargatze too, who's a good friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
He just said, I've been through this, what y'all are going through, these, this happening, going from theaters to arenas or whatever. And I want to help you through it. I've been through it.
That's incredible.
Is
I know.
the comedy world very competitive, or is it a little bit more
The
like
boys,
you help
I think,
me, I
are
help you?
competitive with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're not, I mean, maybe they see me as an old grandma that's not in their lane, which I'm not.
Well,
and they're all very supportive of me. I've never felt that competitiveness, but I see it with them and how they compete with each other. But that's men. Men are competitive, and that's okay.
They are.
But yeah, and a lot of those boys are in the same lane, so they're all fighting for the same ticket sales. When
That's
you think
true,
about
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
And the females, I mean, you've got Taylor Tomlinson, Nikki Glacier, Sarah Silverman, Chelsea Handler, but I'm not in their lane.
Yeah.
They
Yeah, you're
still have
definitely
You
not.
really
hormones.
have craved your own path.
Well, and I didn't even mean to. I think it's just I was speaking to a bunch of people that were kind of ignored out in the middle of the United States, just normal, everyday people. And those young girls still want to talk about, you know what?
Uh-huh.
When I was their age, I wanted to talk about it too. It was on my mind, but now it's not. I'm dead inside. But they're all wonderful. I'm fans of all of them.
How adventurous are you having to get these days to find more new material? Or is it coming to you at just like the grocery store?
Well,
just
there's
everyday
some
places?
things like that come to me, baby.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's other things where I think I need to go and live a normal life. I work all the time. And some of my best material is going and watching, going to a yoga class or watching my baby cheer and she wore that whore outfit. And we did competition cheer, which I would suggest y'all don't get into that. That baby.
They've gotten the crop tops have gotten way more cropped.
Oh, and the dancing. All
Yeah,
that.
the dancing.
And I do think travel sports keep kids off of dope. And my girls also played volleyball. So like I'll bring back stories from that because I feel like I can be a little bit of a, tell young girls what I did right and what I did wrong, and I like to tell those stories. But yeah, I need to have I need to go to the zoo. Like it's that kind of stuff that I get material from. On the second special I just dropped, I talked about going
Strip
to the
club.
Claremont Lounge.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever been there?
No.
I have not had the pleasure.
Don't go.
He said, I have not had the pleasure.
As a heterosexual male, you won't
It's not for me.
Mm.
Okay.
And how short were those ceilings in there?
No, people were dancing and holding on to the ceiling. It was, I can't say what it really was. I don't want to say circus. It is a very niche, unusual thing. It's not when people go and you see strippers like you see in the movies and they're all beautiful, which I can imagine that would make me feel like I was sitting with Satan. But this is more of a, like, there's an old woman that takes a beer can and smashes it with her body parts. It's that kind of thing. It's like
kinky
performance art with prosthetics.
Oh, no.
People have certain tastes there.
I don't even know if you'd say that.
Okay.
Because it's like darling gay men like to go. I don't know why. I really don't know why. And then I said serial killers because I saw men that never blinked and stood on the side of the bar that didn't look right through their eyes. Right. Then it's like girls for bachelorettes that just want to have a good time and like yell at some little woman and throw $1 at her. I'm telling y'all, it's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
And like by little women, we mean like little women. Like
there might be little people there. I did not see any there.
They were just
I just mean like little frail,
okay,
70-year-old women.
Oh my God!
There was one that was 70. She had to have been 70, and then it's just all walks of life.
None of this inspired you to like maybe pick up a new hobby.
No, I did say if times get bad, I could go and dance there because it's not about being young and pretty. Let me just say that it's for all walks of life.
It's for interesting people.
I guess.
I'm just trying to.
Yeah,
he's trying to.
I'm trying to be political.
Find a delicate way.
Yeah. But it's like a voyeurism, like a bizarre. Yeah.
And how long did you spend there?
But it gave me good material.
Yeah. How long did you spend there that night?
I think that was a couple of hours.
Oh, God.
With the hair and makeup people from the movie.
Right.
And they were all darling. And I mean, I'll never go back. But they said you'll get new material, and they were right. And Goldie Hawn's daughter-in-law, Meredith Hagner, played our little sister. And she said Goldie Hawn goes every time. Loves to go to the Claremont Lounge. Lady Gaga's been. I've heard her talk about it. I mean, it's like a historical thing, and they might close it down. Somebody said it might be toward the end, so maybe y'all should go.
Well, maybe it won't be if you keep talking about it. You'll send people.
Maybe they would move it to another basement.
Yeah.
If they're going to close it down at the Claremont, which is a hotel, a real hotel.
Oh,
but stuff like that gives me material.
Okay.
I mean, that's the only strip joint I've ever been to. But, I got to experience something.
The only one.
Something different. Yeah, that's true. So your second special, Netflix. It's so good. It's so funny.
Baby.
It's so funny. Yeah, everybody go listen to it. Go watch it.
It went number 1.
It's been sitting on top.
It's been sitting on the top 3 forever.
That thrilled me because a lot
staying
of
power.
Don't
that's really matters. Like it. You're a name. It pops. Everyone gives it a chance, or like your core audience. But to stick top 10 for a whole week. Top 5 is.
Thank you, my darling. I really wasn't expecting that. But my television show stayed in the top 10 for 22 days. I never got to number 1 because I couldn't beat those hunting wives.
Yeah.
Killing those boars in their panties.
What do you watch when you aren't making TV?
I tell you, I've worked so hard lately that I raised my children on Real Housewives. And my husband stayed so mad at me and would come home. We'd be laying up in the bed watching people fight. And cuss, and they bleep out things and snatch wigs. Yeah. And Chuck Morgan go, "You're ruining the United States of America, letting them watch this." Nene would be cussing and yelling, and
he'd be gritting his teeth like that.
He'd be so mad. I go, "You're ruining the United," and I go, "That's a heavy burden to put on me." But I loved it, and I would like hide it and do the remote and try to get out of the way. And then
he'd press the back button on the remote to go back to the last channel you were on.
Yeah, I wasn't watching Showtime Gigolos. I was watching Real Housewives.
What city?
I loved all of them. Yeah. I really want to go back and.
Do you keep up?
I don't now. And I was on with Andy, and I felt terrible. He goes, "What are you into now?" And I was like, "Oh, Andy," because I used to keep up with New Jersey, Atlanta, Beverly Hills, loved all Orange County, all that. But I just haven't kept up. But I've heard
Vicky's
the Salt
back.
Lake City.
Salt Lake City is incredible.
I've
gotta
heard that
watch
it is
it.
incredible, and I need to go back and watch that. I
That's
can't-
material.
I know. I've heard like Colbert talk about it,
Yeah.
and I thought, okay, I've got to go back and see that. People say you can't even imagine. Okay, but I also loved this Murdoch murder.
We're watching it. Are you
No.
caught up?
Does it?
On Hulu?
We had the girl who played the journalist. We had her on
Mandy
like 2 weeks
Matney.
ago, Mandy Matney, who
Yes.
very
Mhm.
fascinating. You know,
Does it frustrate you talking about we don't say that in Tennessee or we don't? They say "bo" every other second. In
I don't
that
like
show.
that.
I'm
I've never
like,
heard
we don't
that, but I wasn't raised in South Carolina.
Well, I
but all
wouldn't
that
either,
bow
but
gets on my nerves.
it just feels like. I mean, a little bit for sure, but every time I watch it, I'm like, oh, another one.
I know.
Another
I
one.
thought that too. I thought this is getting on my last
Mhm.
nerve. But
it's good.
Patricia Arquette.
she's incredible. She's, I mean,
And Jason Clarke, yeah, they both. Wow.
That man that plays the daddy that
Mhm.
also was in the LA about the LA Lakers. Did y'all watch that on
Showtime.
HBO?
I didn't, but he's also in this new show called like The Last Frontier on Apple, which is kind of like a fun like jailbreak. And he's like a detective. He's a good guy. He's like it's wild. It's like the juxtaposition between like watching him as a Murdoch and then watching him as like this U.S. Marshal. Like this really righteous, it's great. He's an incredible actor.
Unbelievable character.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Okay, you've got to watch, and they didn't bring it back. I don't know if it cost too much money, but it was the story of Bussy. Jay Moore married the Bussy girl, but the man who owned the Lakers, it's his story. And then this actor
Like
plays Jerry
Showtime or
West.
something?
It was on HBO,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think.
Yeah.
And unbelievable about Magic Johnson and all that. And he played Jerry West, the coach, that character actor, and unbelievable.
Mm.
And and I don't think they brought it back because I think I heard it was too expensive to make.
Maybe.
That makes sense.
Because
I know Magic Johnson was kind of mad about it.
Do what?
Yeah, mad about it. Magic, it's, hey, everyone, it didn't happen that way. Everyone has a different version. It's made for I'm sure you're sensitive about a story about your life that you weren't a part of.
Honey, I can't. AI. My kid sent me today on Facebook that Chuck Morgan and Leanne have renewed their vows. And it's some woman's cute body in a wedding dress, my head on it. With Chuck Morgan, it's not his face. It's not Chuck's face. And it's, or it'll be my son crying. He wasn't crying. And it'll say, just crazy mess. I get that all the time. And I want to say to people, that's not true. And it said Chuck Morgan did not buy Leanne diamonds for her 60th birthday. He took her on a picnic and wrote her love letters. And it's got these two people that are not us on a blanket. And I thought, one, we cannot set crisscross applesauce. Chuck couldn't get up off the ground. Two, he did do the diamonds on the ring. He does not write me a love letter. I would like to have that. But I thought, do I need to do a video? And you know how people do a video in front of something and explain that's not Chuck's teeth. I get that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just on Facebook.
Facebook is
I'm
a
not
wild.
famous enough
Every
to
time
be anywhere else.
No, every time I get on Facebook, I'm always reading like somebody's dead, and I'm like, oh my god, they are, and they're not. They're not.
They're not.
They're not. And all the comments are like, rest in peace. I loved him, and I'm like, how are all of y'all falling for this? Crazy.
Y'all getting catfished on Facebook?
Everybody's getting catfished on Facebook.
Well, Leanne, it's really been a pleasure.
It's
Thank you for
over.
coming.
I've had a ball.
You wanna
Do you
keep
want to stay
talking?
for supper?
You angel, honey, I would.
Meatballs.
Please come back anytime you want to promote anything.
Well, thank you, my darling. Thank
Next
y'all.
special.
I feel very
Bring your
privileged
daughter.
that I
Bring
got
Tess.
to be here.
Bring Chuck. Let's
Yeah.
do a double date.
Ooh.
Chuck doesn't talk much, but everybody's asking.
I
for
love
Chuck.
not talking. Yeah.
When
I do
you
it for a living. Honestly, at dinner, I could just Chuck and I can stare at each other and just
He uses
we
his
could just
words
go-
up
yeah.
at work,
yeah.
and
we
then
could-
he doesn't talk at home.
Yeah, that's him.
But yeah, I'm finding that
I'm an
too.
introvert.
I'm very extroverted,
Yeah.
but I find I talk so much now in interviews and all that kind of stuff that I understand now people, need their quiet
Just
time.
close my eyes, stare at a wall.
Stare
Yeah.
at a wall.
He does.
Yeah.
What's your advice on getting Chuck to talk?
Achilles surgery.
Okay.
If he'll have surgery on
Okay.
something and then he's at home,
Oh.
Then
'cause
he
he's not
talks
talking to
too much, and I'm
anybody.
like, "What are
Yeah.
you saying to me?"
Yeah.
But if he does not work, if he takes time off, he'll talk to me.
Okay.
But no, he really. I mean, I think you're more of a talker than Chuck. Morgan.
Probably. Yeah.
He's old,
but I do
school.
enjoy my quiet. I cannot talk with the best of them. All I'm saying.
He could keep up with
Yeah.
Chuck Morgan.
Yeah.
You've got a twinkle in your eye.
Oh, thank you.
That is so true. You do.
So okay, y'all are both beautiful.
Thank you.
Come
And
back.
our baby's
Here- whenever.
delicious.
I would if I could. If I had time, I'd put in a load of wash and make you a casserole.
Can you put our baby down for a nap?
I could
rock
put that
her?
baby down, that angel. She's already had her snack.
Yeah.
But y'all are darling. I hope that I was interesting enough.
You were
Because,
the
I mean,
oh my
y'all are
God.
pretty hip.
No, you. I could talk to you about what you had for lunch, and I would have fun.
Yeah, it's fun just kind of hanging out. Your special, Unspeakable Things. It's rocking and rolling on Netflix. It's in its top 10. Be sure to check it out. It's the
Thank
perfect
you.
holiday special. It's family friendly. It's fun. You'll laugh. Check it out if you haven't already. I'm sure most of you have, but if you haven't, check it out. Leanne, we love you.
Thank you, my darling.
Thanks for coming.
I love y'all.
All right, well, that'll wrap up today's episode. Thank you to our guests, Leanne Morgan and Charley Manley. We appreciate you all. Make sure you all have a very happy Thanksgiving wherever you're spending it. Be safe. Love your friends. Love your family. All that fun stuff. Do not forget, tomorrow is the part 2 of the very messy, very explosive interview with Jordan and Jesse. I sit down with Jordan to kick things off, and then the four of us come together to see how Jesse and Jordan may or may not move forward. That is all tomorrow on a part 2, Going Deeper. You do not want to miss. Enjoy your holidays. Goodbye. Hey guys, if you loved what you listened to, make sure you hit that subscribe button below. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.